Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the working week, and that means it's time for us to jump in to some good Warframe. Hello there once again. How are we doing today? Hello there, Archer. Hello, Rainuv. Hello there, Snake Raider. Hello, Railjack Specialist. Hello, Josserela. Hello, Ragnos. How are we all doing? Hopefully good wherever you are around the world. But we're back. We're back. I've got a bit of a void starter out there at the moment. Already to be looking. We might find an angel hidden in the skybox, maybe? No? No, not this time. Okay. No worries. But I hope you're all doing well today, and I am doing just fine. Thank you for asking. Ragnos. Is that asking or just hoping? Hoping. I'll take hoping. Tea in hand, so, you know, everything is obviously fine with tea. Oh. A little bit cooler than expected. Might have made that a little bit too early today, but it's fine. Hello, F King. How you doing? How are you doing? I see that Snake Raider's already made a request for the upcoming mission, so I guess we'll get onto that straight away. He's requested some microwave lettuce. There is only one frame which comes close to that definition, that is, of course, Urayli. Alright, we'll bring out Urayli. That does mean I need to switch off of this weapon then. That weapon I've got set up to be a status primer at the moment. We'll switch off of that one, but yes guys. Now today, what I'd like to do, we're going to get through the sortie first, of course. We always start with the sortie. After that, I'd like to do a little bit of a weapons testing. There's something I want to check out. And then we'll be smashing through the Zariman, plundering it for everything we can get our hands on. That's the idea of what we got for today's stream, guys. And as I say, first things first, the sortie. If you want to be part of this here, whilst Kayla shouts up. If you want to be part of this here, chat, send me a message in game, the Engineer. I'll bring you on into the squad, and we will get our bits and pieces together. We have got a mobile defense with assault rifle only. We have got a rescue with enemy elemental enhancement, and we have an assassination with energy reduction today, guys. That's what we'll be cracking on through. So exclamation mark join in the Twitch chat if you don't know how to send me a message in game. Anyone on PC can join in these first sortie stages. But yeah, oh, Ragnos with the Baruch request. Alright, so we've got Urayli followed by Baruch now. That's what's going to be in the first two missions of today. Fair. Hey, Warro, you're here. Absolutely, yeah. You're not at the end, or rather, technically you are at an end. It's just at the beginning end of it. At the end of the stream being offline, in a sense. But yeah, you're fine, Warro. You're here today. I was saying, just got a daily pineapple? Well, there you are then. Put it on your pizza. You know. You got boosters today, Ragnos? Fair do. Well, we'll be seeing what I'll get very, very shortly. Just give you guys a moment if you want to spool up your games if you're looking to join in on today's sortie. It's up to you either way. Oh, fair enough, Archer. Fair enough. No pineapple on your pizza, more than me then. Hello, Squirbo. How are you doing today? How are you doing? Alright. Can't help but notice there is a... There it is. Oh no, I was wondering if you were joining, but there you are. Bam. I didn't see your message show in the Twitch chat. There we go. Alright. And Dono's got a Titania with Rakta Sonos, a Tenet Spirix, and Tenet Libya. Sure, let's do it. Let's go do it. Oh, right, yeah, of course. Rakta Sonos is not an assault rifle. We got an assault rifle start on that one, so give him a second to switch over to Zono. Oh, wrong button. I just tried clicking onto my screen here and I happened to accidentally click a mission. Whatever. Kayla in the way. Hello Ed, how you doing today? Oh. There we go, we are ready to crack on with this. He's got Ignis. Right. Okay, whatever. It's not like I'm the police or anything. I can't stop you from using an Ignis Ray if you want to use an Ignis Ray, you know, to each their own. Each their own, it's only slightly blasphemous. But hey ho. Red and gold glyph is giving flashbacks to 10 minutes took to place it correctly. Oh right, I know what you mean now. Sorry, when glyph I was thinking, what glyph are you placing? It's just in your profile, but you're referring specifically to the symbol in the orbiter. You know. Alright, okay, right. Snake Raider, I just realised now, I just put two and two together what you've actually gone and done here. You monster. You see an assault rifle only challenge, you're like, oh yeah, let's give Ken Urayli, the frame which could only use a secondary weapon. DA, why have we still got this? Why is this still the design of the game? I mean, her K drive already functions differently to normal K drives. Why can't we use more than one weapon class on this frame? Heyo. We'll just have to deal with it. Hello there, Pirate Sparrow. How are you doing today? Ground Ladybug, hello there. Good evening to you as well. Up. I'm not going to get a lot of headshot charge. Especially if I get bullied like that. Damn scorpions. The problem with trying to get a headshot charge on this level is that if I miss and hit their body, they just die. So I have to specifically actually try and hit the head, because I don't normally get a second chance. Oh, fair enough, Snake Raider. You are coincidentally an arse. Rather than intentionally. Not much of an improvement, to be honest.
We are finished here. Move on.
You know, that's a good point, Zoro. Yeah, if you use Entertaining, the primary weapon you got equipped actually doesn't matter. You're very right there. That scorpion chasing behind me. None of it. Oh, and we got a third redemption, so the final mission will be using Mag. Interesting request I read. Interesting. Alright. Someone's got the thing in his nose. There it is. I know, Pirate Power. I know. I know. We'll just have to deal with it. We have the second worst frame in the game at the moment, but it's fine. It's fine. We can handle. We can handle. Let's just get rid of that Xmas. That would annoy me very quickly. How to fix network? Can't even watch for 5 seconds and it lags? It depends on what's actually wrong with your network, to be honest with you. Although Twitch, I've noticed, has been a bit weirdy schmeardy recently. Like, not only has Twitch been more unstable for me as well, and you know my internet is fine. Even when I'm not streaming, it's been a bit weird. But for everything else, it's been perfectly fine. Not only have I been having that, but also I've noticed that Twitch seems to have... I mean, it must have added in new advert schedules everywhere. Because there have been streamers I've been watching for ages who have not had mid-roll ads, and now, in the space of a week, 3, 4 of them, I think, are now running adverts midstream out of nowhere. I don't remember hearing of any particular update around that. So if you get any mid-roll adverts, any of you guys, just know it's not me who's turned them on. If that happens, do let me know, but it's not me who's turned on the mid-rolls. That'll be Twitch. Gonna make that jump. There we go. Someone using Speed Nova? Probably. Well, I didn't have Rolling Guard equipped. I would have shot the thing, but that would have been dropping the data mass. So, sod it. Who needs energy? It's you, Rayleigh. We'll just run gunless all the way here. Yeah, Squirbo. Titania reminds me a lot of that comic book character. You know, the one that gets really, really small and yet can still pack a punch? What's it? Beetle Dude, I think it is? Yeah, Beetle Dude. Probably the one. No way I got that name wrong. Hydrate? Sure. Any reason to take a few seconds not playing your Rayleigh, you know? That guy was just up there nailing the back of the console of the turret. A perfectly placed turret to do exactly that and still hadn't blown it up. Ant-Man? No, that can't be right. That can't be right. What kind of a name is Ant-Man? It's not got enough letters. Even Iron Man's a bit debatable as far as hero names go. So Ant-Man? Nah. Not worth it. You can't take any hero seriously that doesn't have even 7 letters in their name. Or the Wasp. I mean, the Wasp does reach that 7 criteria, although the use of the kind of a bit invalid too, you know. In some languages, that's going to get translated out. There's some languages that just don't use the. They're still a bit crappy. Would you really drink water? Would any Warframe drink water? Warframes don't seem to have normal needs. I think they just kind of subsist on voids. Because if they were to drink, that would also imply that they'd need to then, you know... Let's not go down that road, no. Let's just not go down there, Heroic Emu. The stream's been live for less than a quarter of an hour. We are definitely far too early to even consider such a topic. Just no. It's a Helmith? Yeah, there we are. Helmith does it. Helmith weirdly schmeirdiness keeps the frames alive. Alright, one mission down, 2 to go on today's sortie, guys, before we get into a little bit of weapons testing. So that next request, as said earlier from Ragnos, was Baruch. So let's go grab Baruch and see if any of these randoms decide to force start the mission like an absolute muppet again. As our Baruch out the Lehman squad, that's a bit better. Have I actually got a build on here or did I break it? Looks like a build. That looks like a build. Does this look like a build? It looks like most of the build. It's certainly missing being fully ranked up, but it's most of the build. As it looks. Yeah, we'll just run with it. I'll take it. I'm not formering it any further today. In fact, it seems I was leveling the weapon, so that's probably why I just haven't got around to finishing it. Let's head into our next mission, guys. Helmith also mentions milk. I mean, well, there are mammals in this universe, so it might mention it. Yeah, Astro, if you check your inbox, it should let you know who gifted you that sub. You'll be able to give him a thanks. It doesn't tell me my side, so you'll have to double check your inbox on that one. Warframes die in water? I mean, they don't so much die as just get told no. Because if we died in water, then the whole shark wing thing just wouldn't work, right? We don't die. We just get told by the Lotus, stop messing around in that puddle and get on with your job. Which is far less interesting. And it's just Lotus being a meanie. Enemy is on a high alert. When aren't they?
Rescue the hostage before it finishes.
Teammate needs my help opening a door. Teammate needs to slow down. There we are. All water is harmful except Uranus water? I mean, I'm not sure that's how it works either, you know? I mean, if it was really harmful to our Warframes, then we wouldn't be fighting in rain. But we do that. Because it rains on the plains of Eidolon. That doesn't kill us.
Hurry up. You are running out of time.
But I don't think it's an issue with water or anything like that. It's just... Okay, wow. That was strange. Yeah, I don't think it's an issue with water overall. We just kind of can deal with it. Think Baruch is underrated? I think Baruch is exactly correctly rated. In that... those who know about him know that he is a powerful frame, except when you are not in a mission filled with lots and lots of enemies. I always despise the fact that I have to keep on micromanaging his restraint just to be able to use his melee weapon. That restraint managing is genuinely an annoyance to me. As it doesn't use energy, it uses how many enemies are around for you to tickle with your other abilities. And if there are not enough enemies around, and not like no enemies, just too few at once, and it's like, oh, sorry, no, you need to stop killing them now because you're actually making it where you can't use your abilities. That's just not fun. That's just not fun to me. I'd rather a frame which can actually just get stuff done regardless of the number of enemies. And instead he charges up his most powerful ability And the most effective way to do that is to intentionally make it where his second ability doesn't even last very long at all. That's really... That is extremely weird to me. Yeah. Not my go-to. Not at all there. Alright guys, we're on to the third and final mission of today's sortie. Let's just switch up once again, because now we're on to the request from Ed of Mag. Mag Prime, of course. Mag Prime, of course. Let's get on into said mission. And let's start with the prediction as well, guys. What reward do you think we're going to get from today's sortie? Do you think we're going to get a NASA Sculpture? Is it going to be a Riven? A Booster? Zemendo? Kuva? Maybe even a Legendary Core? You got a couple minutes to get in on that prediction, whatever result you think it may be. Gamble with as many or as few channel points as you want. Just click the blue channel point icon, the blue spanner at the bottom of your chat window. And obviously, if you're right, or you're going to be making back from everyone who was wrong.
You really want this? Fine, let's do
Come on, jump. Thank you. Had an animation just holding on to me there. I feel like I'm losing a few frames at the moment. Things feel a bit weird. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop a bubble on him. Keeps me a little bit safe for a moment. Let's turn on the interface. Where is it? System. Show FPS. Where is it these days? Where the hell have they moved it to? There it is. Thank you. You guys are probably not going to see that. I think I've got an overlay in the way of the FPS there, but I just want to double check for myself because things felt a bit off. I'll make sure nothing's struggling at the moment. I've gone the wrong way because the waypoint's a dickhead. It's like, oh, we have to point out this lift over here because no one can bullet jump in this game. Damn waypoints. How long have these waypoints not recognised that bullet jumping tile set? For how long have we dealt with that? Nothing else shoots that. Come on. You ain't done it. There we go. Blimey. Cross reward be endo? I mean, it might be. That was pretty quick. Incoming missiles. Can I block the missiles with this? Does this protect me? We're about to find out. And if not, I'm about to find out very painfully. Ah, that's a no. That's no, nope, nope. That did not protect me whatsoever. That one done. Oh, we're gonna have to wait for the next round of missiles. You did no HUD on the Zariman, looks wonderful. I'd imagine it would, yeah. Alright. They got it, they got it, they got it. No, missiles. Come on. This is a 4-player mission. There are 4 pads. It just takes 1 person on each. Come on now. Alright, this one's not been done. There we go. Yo! TMB Dean, thank you very much for the subscription with Prime. Cheers, my dude. Yeah, quick sip and appreciation. Whilst my team annihilate Kayla. There we go. Got some work in. Thank you very much for your subscription. Enjoy your lovely new blue badge. Enjoy your emotes to go with that. And of course, if you're on Discord as well, you'll be able to connect up your Twitch and Discord accounts to get access to the Supporter T Lounge over there. Alright, so we'll dodge these missiles. Just keep hopping around. Oh, they don't hit. Oh, that's someone else's missile. I need to get up there, quickly split, and deal with these. My one's done. Ran out of time. More missiles. You hate this boss fight? I mean, this boss fight is fine, honestly. This boss fight is really fine. If you struggle with this one, get Limbo and put on, what do you call it? Smite from Oberon. That's it. Limbo with Smite. Easy peasy. You can't step sideways if you're not going to shoot them. Oh, another orbital strike. I'll just keep hopping around the arena for a bit. Did I? I felt like I teleported there. I'm gonna lie. Come on, which one's not been done? Have we all been done? Aye, nice. Do it! Where'd she go? There she is. And there she isn't. Easy peasy. And that is the end of Kayla. One easy sortie run. Yeah, I feel like that's a boss fight where a lot of people... Oh, God, I've gotten lost. A lot of people will do the same that I did the first time I was there as a new player. Just be like, what the hell is even happening? What are these rotating things? What are we supposed to do? Which ones do we shoot and when? Because they don't show up the first time it passes around, so you look and none of them are lit up. And you go, oh, what am I supposed to shoot? And then it is lit up. Really weird. It's really weird. Rally, cheers. Probably hold that a little bit more correctly. You know, whatever. And we got ourselves a rifle ribbon mod. Nice. A rifle ribbon mod. So those of you who guessed ribbon, you're absolutely correct. It was just one person, Ed. How many 500 spanners there? Well, Ed, a lucky day for you. You're absolutely correct. Enjoy your spanners. Don't come from that there, Ed. The only person who guessed it would be a ribbon mod this time. There we are. We'll pop that into the inventory to deal with at some point. Think this trivializes it? I mean, Zono, it does damage. I wouldn't say it trivializes it. You know, I mean, what are you measuring that trivialization against? The Ignis is not a strong weapon. It's decent, don't get me wrong. It can handle the star charts, and once you get into high levels, it can handle the sortie reasonably. Beyond that, there's a lot better going on than the Ignis. There really is. Hello, Botchlo. How am I doing today? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Hope you're doing well yourself. You're doing well. It's all 4 green plates without having to wait. I mean, you just kind of spam in their general direction, or just be good at aiming. Be modest at aiming, just clickety-click. It's really not hard to do. I get that it trivializes that, but the shooting at the targets bit is not the difficult bit. The only thing difficult about that is realizing that's what you have to do. And that's the bit where a lot of people, I think, struggle. Because this is a game where we're used to shooting enemies, not playing Hag. You don't have to wait for its turn? No, fair enough. I'll be honest, my usage on the Ignis Wraith is very low, because I've never been that interested in it as a weapon. It's always just kind of sucked. We sort this by used. It might be a while before we find the Ignis Wraith. Let's see. There we go. There we are. 345 kills. It stands above... somehow it stands above the Argonac, which I have over triple the kills on. Yeah, go figure on that one there. Not sure how it stands that much higher. It doesn't even have that much XP. Like, it's got half the XP of the Stalter, a fraction of the kills, lower kill assist, and yet it's put above here. Go figure. Go figure. I already say my question at this point is, how are Energize and Emergency Deck if we compare the two of them? Okay, Emergency Deck, I'm going to have to assume that's one of the new arcanes, given that you're talking about Energize. It's 5. It's faster trying to figure out which menu will allow me to fast travel to it. Let's have a look. Do I have that enough to even begin to answer? That's the amp ones. These ones. Emergency Deck. No. I'm going to assume you mean Emergence Dissipate. I'm going to assume you mean this one. But If you don't, let me know. Because otherwise, emergency deck, I have no idea what the hell you're on about. You mean emergency dissipate? Right then. Okay, cool. We got the initials. So while in Void Sling, press your left click, your fire button to dissipate the endpoint, and have a chance to create a load of void motes which give you energy. And yeah, I've seen some people do some bits and pieces with that so far. Obviously, I haven't given it a test yet, and you notice I've got to still rank up the ones I have picked up. I have been focused on other parts of the update, because despite what Reddit might want to tell you, there was actually a hell of a lot of stuff in the most recent update. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit to get through, unless you literally spent every hour since release on the update, or just purchased everything with Platinum. So, still been working through. So yeah, haven't given this one a whirl yet. I have seen some positive things about it on the Discord, but that's about the long and short of what I know about it so far, really, for you. That's the long and short of it. Now, with the sortie out the way, what I'd like to do very quick is do a little bit of testing on the Fenmore here. Just a teeny tiny bit of testing with Devouring Attrition. For this Zono, I am going to drop you out of the squad there. Because basically, yeah, I'm going to go to do some testing. Doesn't work so well when someone else is lumbering around, getting bored and breaking shit. So we'll just make it where that can't happen. And let's bring Zaku. Zaku's going to be an important one for this test, very simply because he has this ability, Xata's Whisper, giving a 40% extra damage. And also, let's just grab something nice, simple, single shot. Lex Prime. Looks fine to me. Yeah, we'll sort out modding in a moment. Let's head down into the simulacrum very quickly. I want to do a bit of testing on this. Someone's highlighted an interesting tidbit over on the Discord about this. I would like to see just where we can take that.
2 months, yippee.
Yo, tis Liz. 2 months indeed. Congratulations. And thank you very much for subscribing once again onto your second month with Prime there. So you've now got yourself that lovely bronze teacup to go next to your name. Cheers. Take a look at someone else's video? No, thank you. Appreciate the suggestion. No. Generally speaking, I don't really watch any other creators on what they do, by and large. I just kind of do my own stuff. If another creator has covered something, fair enough. Let them do it. I prefer to do my own stuff, rather than just watching what someone else has done and go, hey, here's that same video, but now in my voice. That sucks. Alright then, Corpus deck. What we're going to do is start off with some Lex. Okay, yeah, I need to fix the modding. I said I was going to do that, and I completely forgot to do that. Let's get Lex. Let's grab an empty build. That looks fine to me. Let's just put on some simple damage bonus, just so we get slightly higher numbers to work with. Makes it easier for testing purposes. And same with this, let's just grab some slightly higher numbers with Serration. There we go. Alright then. I've chosen text because they tend to have a lot of shields which regenerate pretty rapidly. Should be okay. We got 648, 648, 324. So 324, 648. Nice starting point there. And yeah, let's just stick with Lex for the testing first. We shoot now with this. We see 2 hits. We got the 648 when it crits. Okay. Or the 324. Yeah, 648, and then I saw a 387. Okay. We got a 648 and a 387. And if I just grab my the details here. 387 divided by 648. So that was about a 60% bonus. What bonus was I expecting to get though? Only 40%. Okay. Let's see here. Their Proto Shield, strong against puncture, weak against impact. That what I was dealing with there? I didn't mean to dash off the edge. Yeah, it's a mainly puncture weapon. Okay, that's what was going on there then. So the tech is taking a lot less damage from puncture. Okay. In fact, yeah, that basically adds up to exactly what I saw then. That's fine. So at least we know just from a very quick tap testing there. Yeah, 324, 324. And then if we add on the buff there, 193. So as expected, we're getting about 60% in total because of the puncture bonus there. Alright then. Let's refresh on this, just turn off the ability. Don't need that right now. Just gets the ability off. Is 75% Vuk Absolute. I have no idea what Vuk is, so... Is buff. Okay. Which 75% buff? Which one? Because there isn't one. I'm going to let you actually finish a sentence, Ragdos, until I know what you're on about there. Okay, so... With these shots, we got 313. Or, wow, that was a big number and I couldn't see it off his face. I really wish we had an actual readout of damage rather than trying to capture the numbers as they happen, because it really makes a difference. That's 6,000 something. That's what I'm catching there. Can we stop slash blocking, please? Yeah, 6,874. There we go. So now if we proc this, let's see what the second damage tick is. 63,000 and then some. It just went through his entire shield. There we did 3k and 400. That did, again, tens of thousands on the second damage tick. When we get a big hit, it is massively multiplied. Like, massively so. And this is barely modded. Okay. Okay. This is definitely looking a little bit funky. This is absolutely going to get nerfed. So now let's step this up a bit. Now we can see, for those of you who might not be catching up what's going on here, we're supposed to be getting a small damage buff, like potentially 40 to 60% damage buff, depending on damage type distributions. It'll be a 40% damage buff. We're not getting a 40% damage buff, though. We are getting quite a bit more than that. And this is to do with the fact that the Fenmore here, and the Leighton would do this as well, has that weird 2,000% multiplicative bonus going on with it. Let's bring out the Exo Goxad officers. These guys have a base 1,000 clone flesh, 1,000 ferrite armor. That makes them pretty ridiculously tanky. You know, to compare for that, if we go Corrupted Heavy Gunner, you see they've got 500, 700. So this guy's 1,000. These are a lot stronger here. So this is about the strongest enemy that I can spawn in that isn't some kind of weirdy schmeardy enemy, like a Demolisher. If I were to just tap one of these in the head a few times with a Fenmore, let's see. I mean, we're proccing some heat, we're giving some damage to it. We're slowly hurting it. It's beginning to die to the procs. And there we are, it burns. Okay. Now let's activate this ability and see that again. Well, that looked a bit weird. I just accidentally killed things around me. I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to be happening. Now, if I'm quite honest with you guys, I'm pretty certain this isn't supposed to be happening. The bullet is going so fast that it's kind of just swinging around and shooting off in random ass directions. So much so that it will occasionally just hit someone next to the other enemy. And also the damage is absolutely obscene. Okay. Like, without the buff, I've got no buff on at the moment. We try those headshots again. We're just using the gun as is. It gets there. Yeah, it gets some work done. Once I've got my arcane stacked up, it does quite a bit more than we first saw. 1, 2, 3, and then it burns out. I mean, it's still a very, very strong gun, but if I activate this as well... I mean, I just accidentally killed, what, 3 enemies when I was aiming at 1? That nearly just one-shot it. That did one-shot it. How many of these can I one-shot? Yeah, that one's just going to burn out. This seems a little bit ridiculous. Like, just a little bit ridiculous. Isn't Whisper subsumable? It is indeed. That's exactly why I'm demonstrating this particular ability. This is 100% a bug. There is no way this is anything other than a bug. This isn't supposed to happen. Because the ability's just run out now. I do that headshot, you see, that's nowhere close to killing it. I don't have enough damage to one-shot these. They'll die to the Sadist procs because Slash and Heat, they're pretty damn good. Who knew? Everyone. And I've got corrosive damage as the type on the weapon here, which these guys are weak to, so I've got it modded as much as possible to directly damage them. You see, I just don't have the damage direct to kill them in one shot otherwise. And 40% is not enough to account for that difference. An extra 40% damage here will not suddenly make you the god of all damage. But instead I just have the ability to, if not one shot, very close to one shot. It depends on if the actual damage procs. But when it does, you know, I just kind of point in their general direction and they cease to exist. And sometimes even more than that, because the bullet's going so fast, the bubble has difficulty controlling it. Because of course these bullets, these are projectiles, not hit scan. So yeah. On low graphics, how do one-shots correlate with Xata's procs procking? So it's not necessarily the status procs, it's just the sheer damage is getting multiplied. If we somehow had 0 status chance on this weapon, the same thing will be happening, it's just without the bubbles. If anything, the bubbles happen when it's not a one-shot because there's still an enemy left for a bubble to be procced on. If the bubble proc but they also die to a one-shot, then there'll be nothing. Now, I've lost a lot of damage here because I've been killing so slowly I've actually gone down. So let's re-up some of that real quickly. And I've been doing this just tapping one at a time. Just taps. So now let's make this a little bit more ridiculous, chat. Just to take it a step further, you know. Respawn in these really high level enemies, level 180s. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. That is genuinely pretty cool. Let's compare that. Am I using no mods? No, this is modded. This is absolutely modded. Let's compare that to a pretty powerful laser beam. Now, it's not the strongest gun in the game, but it is a pretty powerful laser beam. Those of you who are familiar with the channel, you'll have seen me using this one quite a bit. Let me just double check on the modding and what arcane it's using. Yeah, we got all the right stuff there. Secondary dexterity. So what I'll do is I'll quickly grab Glaive Prime. I'll just murder a few of them, charge up the secondary, and then do that. I mean, this tells you how strong they are. Glaive Prime is not instantly giving them. If any of you needed clarifications to just how strong these enemies actually are, this is Glaive Prime not turning them into dirt straight away. We just made the Fenmore one-shot enemies, which Glaive Prime can't. Okay? And to recompare, as I said, with the secondary laser beam I got here. This is a radiation viral heat build. And it's just kind of... It's kind of getting there. But it's certainly nowhere near as quick. Certainly nowhere near as quick as just kind of... I should probably demo with the buff now I realise it. Alright. With Xata's Whisperer actually activated as well, that would be a more fair comparison. So this is Xata's Whisper on the Glaive. It's got serious AoE potential, which is why Glaive is still ridiculously good. There's no getting around that. Glaive Prime is ridiculous and needs nerfing, frankly. But you see, we're still not quite in a one-shot situation. Hello, Despair. We're doing some tests at the moment. And again, Re-upping Xata's Whisper. We got the secondary out. The secondary arcane fully buffed. And like, sure, we're proccing statuses. We're doing damage. But is this all that we can hope for? Well, this is all we can hope for. This is what things look like when they're not broken. I'm not even going to finish killing those guys because I've already made my point there. Resimulate this time. Bring out the Fen War. Re-up that buff. Just make sure we got that ready. And... I mean, I'm spending more time actually switching over to my next target to shoot. So yeah, enjoy it whilst it lasts, chat. There is no way this is going to be left in the game for any very long amount of time. This is 100% a bug. But for the meantime, enjoy a ridiculously over-damaged Fenmore. And it'll play to the item as well. In fact, let's go get the item. Let's go get the item. You can't buy the Hydrate. It might be out of stock at the moment, or someone might have just done it recently. Otherwise, you might just need to refresh your stream, but thanks, Ragnos. Taran Sobek is still in? Oh, yeah. So, okay. So, Xata's Whisper is consumable. You can put this onto any frame, so any frame can do this. But if you want to be like, oh, but Sarin, okay, sure, let's use Sarin with this exact same thing. Spawn him in. Toxic Lash. There we go. We don't get the bubble effect with Toxic Lash, but we do still get that. Doesn't have quite the same potential because it's void damage versus toxin damage, but it still gets work done. It still gets work done. So why is it happening? That's a good question, Zono. 1 second. Let me just test with some viral added in. Yeah, okay, that works. Yeah, still not quite as impressive as Xata's Whisper. Although it might be down to my build here, to be honest. Might be down to my build. Let me just double check that. As that would be a contributing factor. No, that should have been fine. Alright, so let me walk you through what's actually been going on here, chat. Let me walk you through it. Saren's Toxic Lash and Zaku's Xata's Whisper, their ability here, this gives you a damage bonus, but it's not a direct damage bonus like a mod. It's not one you just plop in and call it a day. It is instead an additional hit which scales off your original shot's damage. So with Saren's Toxic Lash here, theoretically speaking, if you were to deal 100 damage on a hit, it would then deal 28 damage as Toxin. 28 because I've got a 28% bonus at the moment. Theoretically. However, it doesn't quite work that way. It interacts with various modifiers on your weapon and the circumstances in rather odd ways because it is a separate hit. Faction modifiers, for example, are a very big part of that. And it turns out that it's not just the faction modifiers, also this chance of dealing plus 2000% damage, well, it has a chance of proccing a second time on that second hit. So that's not a plus 2000, remember, from the video on this, by Fenmore and Latum. It's not plus 2000. It multiplies your damage by 21 when it triggers. Just takes your damage 20 times higher, adds that on top of it. And now if you get that to trigger twice on the same hit effectively, you are multiplying it by 21, then multiplying it by 21 again, which is somewhere in the region of around about, what? I want to say about 440-ish? Somewhere up there. And then you have the fractional reduction, because of course it's still only going to be a percentage of that. So like 28% of 400-ish, which is still over 100 times the normal damage. That's quite a bit. That, chat, is what we call quite a bit, and the reason why Void seems to be even more effective there is because the shots from the Fenimore and the Latum are projectiles. Let me just grab a Latum. We can do this with them now. Grab Zaku again. And just make sure this is on Merciless. It is. Good, good. So Void damage creates... Oh, sorry. Void status proc creates those bubbles. And because we got projectiles, they get sucked in by the bubble to do even more crazy, crazy stuff. Let's just send a couple of these to their grave to activate all the arcanes. That sounds good to me. There we go. This is already a ridiculously strong weapon. This just takes it even further. In the most ridiculous manner. Because why have a simple 2000% buff when we can just code in something absolutely utterly ridiculous? You know? Like, when we just kind of gently point in the direction of an enemy. If they survive, it's just because we didn't roll that 50 chance twice over. I mean, just look at that. You would think these were level 18, not level 180 Railjack enemies. But this is busted. This is absolutely 100% a bug. This ain't gonna stick in the game. But, wow! That is some damage right there. I mean, we'll just casually fire a load into their general direction. Oh, need to reactivate the buff. I was wondering why they weren't all dying. I didn't have the buff active. Ah, my bad. Yeah, I just activated the entire Incarnate mode in 2 shots. Gotta love multi-shot. So, yeah. Wonder if the damage can get absorbed by Mag's bubbles for a massive nuke. I suppose. I'd need a Mag bubble. I need to put this onto Mag to do that particular test, but I suppose. So Cosmo. Xata's Whisper and Siren's Toxic Lash, but Xata's Whisper to a greater extent. Stack with Devouring Attrition's 2000% buff by multiplying it with itself when they proc. So instead of getting just 21 times damage when it triggers, it gives us over 400 times damage multiplier. Now the ability brings it down a little bit, down 40% of that, but that is still hundreds of times higher damage than the base of the weapon. Add on to the fact that it's creating those void bubbles to attract the bullets in forever and ever and ever, and everything just kind of dies. As you can see here. Cosmo, you see how easily these enemies are dying? You see how I am literally one-shotting them with headshots sometimes. Sometimes. Okay? And now, that's Glaive Prime. That's Glaive Prime with the same buff on Zaku. Glaive Prime, the renowned deleter of absolutely everything because it's so absurdly broken. I just missed with almost every shot there. Fire rate's a bitch. This thing, this combo, this bug, outperforms Glaive Prime by a nautical mile. And later being later, it doesn't exactly take long to get back there. Aim at the feet and destroy. So, yeah, chat. Weapons testing completed. That is broken. That is broken. So, yeah. Enjoy. Xata's Whisper, it's a subhumable ability. You can put it onto any frame. It's going to get patched out. There is no way D you're going to keep this in. So, yeah, that's just kind of a thing. The bleed proc does most of the damage. Oh, Ed. Oh, Ed. Oh, Ed. Ed, come on now. Come on, don't make claims like that when you're seeing it happen on your screen. Well, that's doing a lot. That's heat. And that's a one-shot. So here's the thing about bleed procs. First of all, the Latum in Incarnate mode doesn't have them because it has no slash. Secondly, if it were to be damage over time procs, I wouldn't be getting one-shots. Where I get a one-shot, it's because the damage is so overwhelmingly strong, the enemy died before status procs could even kill it. Because none of these status procs do instant damage. Yeah, that is just a little bit ridiculous. The only time I'm not one-shotting here is basically because I'm letting Arcane's run down by messing around. Oh, the bleed proc of Glaive, right. See, this is why we use full sentences on Twitch. I say this to everyone every time. This is why we use full sentences. And as for Glaive, well, yeah, the bleed procs don't get enhanced by Xata's Whisper. They don't. But Glaive Prime, what I'm demonstrating there is more the fact that Glaive Prime is known as a ridiculous powerhouse of destroying everything. So if Glaive Prime struggles against enemy, well, you know, it can't do it but struggles. But then other things just one-shot, that tells you what you need to know.
My perception of time is really strange. Does not feel like that many months.
Indeed. Adam Alec, thank you very much for resubscribing onto your 7th month now. And Ace of Kestrels as well. Thank you very much for resubscribing for your 3rd month with Prime. Cheers to both of you there. Cheers to both of you indeed. And I'm like, oh, what? Another Step 3 golden mug. Ace Kestrels, I think, yeah, that's going to put you onto your silver mug badge now as well. Wonderful, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Mind showing Fenmore build, please? Nikki! Exclamation mark Fenmore. I mean, I could show you as well, but you should probably know a little bit more than just here's some mods, now go fuck off kind of deal. So, exclamation mark Fenmore to know a little bit more as to why this is what it is. It also means you don't have to screenshot a stream. You can actually get a full guide on it. Yeah. Xata's Whisper. Who knew? Well, Mega Ninja over on Discord knew. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy one. Asmodee, my day's been pretty alright, thanks. My day's been pretty alright. Oh, I didn't notice in all of this, Ragnos requested we switch over to a little bit of rock as well. So let me do that before we get into some Zarimaning. Let's just switch over there. There we go, that should start up in a sec. So, yeah. Yeah, Cosmo, they're at that end game stage where basically it's either you do fashion frame and decorate your orbiter to the nines, or you try to break everything forever. There's only really two paths of endgame at that stage. One or the other. Or option 3, play a different game because you're bored. Kroya? Is it Kroya? I want to say it's Kroya. So by the way, since I caught you, thanks for the money video. Made finding Pyro so much easier. Glad I could help you on that. Cheers. Believe it or not, guys, I don't intend to do a fishing video, because fishing is actually relatively well explained in this game. Mining, however, is a bit... yeah. it needed a guide. It definitely needed a guide on it. Now, as much as I've just showcased that bug there, I don't intend to get used to it or rely on it all that much. I know you guys might want to see crazy, stupid kill rates, but aside from a demonstration of this is a bug, it needs fixing in the simulacrum, known bugs are not something I like to rely on all that much, so I'm gonna stick away from that for now. I am still gonna use the absolutely ridiculously powerful weapons though, because that is fun. Oh, didn't mean to click that. So let's rearm my carrier prime, because that entire time I have had it disarmed, as it likes to steal the show a little bit. But once I remember to actually keep it disarmed when going into simulacrum, yeah. And I'm going to say it's my birthday today, can't stay sadly. Ah, no worries my dude, happy birthday to you all the same. Have a good one. In fact, yeah, you resubbed just a second ago, so thank you very much for showing your birthday money over here, I appreciate it all the same. Doubly so nice, I suppose. Cheers. Ooh. Alright guys, so we're going to be heading over to the Zariman now. We're going to head over to here and do a few of the missions. If you want to be part of this as well, if you're on PC, just send me a message in game, the Kengineer, exclamation mark join if you don't know how to do that. Just type that into the chat and that'll let you know what to do. But yeah, we're going to go ahead over to Zariman, get some good bits and pieces. I also intend to just kind of, you know, punch some angels in the face, that'll be fun. Oh, righty-tighty. Any interesting bounties, first of all? Otherwise, I'll just pick a mission. Kill 100 enemies. That's a very boring modifier, but sure, it's a thing. Void Cascade. 20 as Operator. Pass. Find a Zariman Accolade. Take it to Malika. I mean, it's an option, but Mobile Defense, kind of a pass. Void Armageddon. Kill 3 Void Angels. Now, that sounds a bit more fun. It does mean it's a level 110 to 115. I do like the sound of that. I do like the sound of that. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll do this one. Also gives us some lenses. The lenses are fun. Lenses are absolutely fun. Need to get on the grind to build Praetos. Haven't played recently. You get to it when you get to it, Cosmo. There's no rush on it. Praetos isn't going anywhere. It's not like an event item. Accolade Exterminate is pretty fast. It is, yeah. It's just not of interest to me today, Croya. On a previous stream, I did some speed running of a Exterminate mission, which was just... I think it was either the... yeah, the Exterminate we had was the 5-minute timer. We were just blitzing through those. 5 minutes was a long time compared to how long we were taking. So, yeah. I want something a little bit different this time. And it's going to be this one. Afternoon, Raptor. How you doing? I suppose it is evening, actually. Afternoon, evening. What is time? Time is meaningless. Time is made up by those of us around the world. Let's face it. We're international here. We got people from Russia, we got people from Lithuania, we got people from Germany, we got people from the United States, got people probably from Brazil. We got anyone from Brazil here at the moment? I mean, there's only 80 of you, so probably not. Now I come to think of it. Anyone here from Brazil? Maybe. Have I already picked up Jaya's card in the Chrysalith yet? No, I haven't. That's going to be somewhere around here then, isn't it? Yeah, I'll pass.
Still not used to this.
Astro Flower Shop, are you from Brazil? Oh, we are. Well, okay, fair enough. We got Perros Patatos from Chile. I'll be honest, I could guess multiple countries. I probably wouldn't have guessed Chile, but there we are. We've got Norway, we've got Brazil, we got Chile, we got Spain. Nice. It'll be interesting to see the statistics and where viewers are from. You know, I brought up the stats actually on my YouTube channel the other day. I brought up the stats on those to see where everyone was from. Whilst we have a think about if anyone wants to send a message and join in, guys, because like I say, I'm going to be going on to that bounty in a moment, so if you want to join in, just send me a message in game. But whilst we wait for a few messages on that chat, do we want to have a quick peek as to where everyone actually comes from? Do we want to have a look on my YouTube stats and just see where around the world y'all are from? Let's have a look, let's have a look. So I'll give you guys a moment to send that message in, because I don't want to go into these missions alone. I'll be very honest with you. These missions are going to be far more interesting with people, because it creates more enemies. Let me see. There we go. Geography. Alright, guys. I've got it up onto my screen here. Let me make sure I am not accidentally going to share any details I shouldn't share. Good. Alright, I can have Twitch chat and this up without accidentally just doxing myself here. There we go. That's fine. Oh, itchy nose. So, there are no points if you can guess the #1 country for views on my YouTube channel. The obvious answer there is the United States. This was from... Let me see. These are actually stats I've got from March, April. So it's a little bit out of date. But yeah, US is #1, UK is #2. Germany is #3. Yeah. So I wonder then, guys, if you can correctly place the next ones. I wonder if you can guess what country #4 is. We've got US, UK, Germany. Out of all the countries you know around the world, and think English speaking is probably going to be a suggestion there. You know, I do speak English only on my channel. So, what country do you think is the 4th in terms of viewership on my YouTube channel? Suggestions of Brazil, Sweden, Spain, Canada, Spain again. Betting Spain is 7th. Interesting specific choice there, Archer. Canada, could be UK. It can't be the UK. I just said UK was 2nd. It's definitely not that one. Anyone awake in between 10 PM to 3 AM? I mean, you can watch my YouTube channel at any time of the day, dude. China, probably Canada, Canada Oil, Brazil. Alright. Turkey? That's a very interesting choice. Audible shrug. I mean, fair enough, Space Cadet, fair enough. So, the first person who actually got it right is Catacosmo, going with the country they're from, from Canada. Yeah, Canada is number 4 on the list. And what's crazy is that of all the other countries mentioned, no one has mentioned those that come 5th, 6th, or 7th. Crazily enough. Spain is actually quite a way down the list here. Let me just see. Spain is 27th on the list. Not even close to 7th, 27th. Brazil is, let me see here. Brazil is a nice healthy 8th. Australia is 6th. But yeah, the 5th, guys, the 5th country is actually the Philippines. I bet none of you would have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed it myself. But the 5th highest country for viewership on my YouTube channel was actually the Philippines. What place is Sweden? That's a good question. Sweden is 17th. Chile? Ooh. Now, Chile is probably going to be a bit further down this list. No offense. But there's Chile. Chile is 38. What's the lowest? So there are a number of countries where I have absolutely no viewership from. Just for various reasons. They're small countries. They might not be English speaking much, or if at all. So they're going to be places where I just have absolutely no influence whatsoever. And there are a number of countries with very, very low viewerships. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys a minute. You only get one guess each. If you guess twice, you're disqualified. If someone can guess one of the 3 countries which have the joint lowest views recorded on my channel, if a country had less than this, it just didn't get recognized. So the lowest number of views from a country is 10. If you can guess it, in one guess, I'll give you VIP on the channel. You only get one guess, but if you can guess one of those 3 countries, I'll give you VIP on the channel here, guys. So it's most definitely not USA or Germany. No. This is YouTube, Raptor. Definitely YouTube. If I go into Twitch stats, Twitch doesn't have anywhere near the same stats, but that's partly because my YouTube is bigger. Let's see, we got guesses of Russia, Trinidad and Tobago, China, Denmark, Japan, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Azerbaijan, Netherlands, Bolivia, Iceland, Mexico, Greenland. All very, very interesting choices here. Very, very interesting ones. China is very far down the list, but it's not at the bottom. Japan is not that far down the list. Japan is actually quite high up the list. Japan got a solid 1,000 views. So, nope, not that one for that month. Where is Russia on this list? That's a good question. Russia... Where is Russia? There we are. Yeah, I knew Russia was going to be quite high up there. Russia's in, what, 15th place. So no, it's not that one. We got Poland. Nope. Mongolia. Let's see here. No, it's not that one. Ah, I don't think anyone's going to get any of these. That's a shame. Ah, that is a shame. I'll give you guys just a moment more. I saw the Egypt, not that one. There are some countries which aren't on the list, but Egypt is definitely on the list. Yeah, Egypt is just a little bit behind Austria and Norway. Alright, I'll give you guys a little bit longer, and if I don't see it, anyone getting the right one, in one of the 3, then I'll give VIP to whoever got the lowest on this list here. Alright, gonna count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I got no views from Antarctica, so that doesn't count. 4, 3, which Korea? 2, 1, 0. Alright. So, unless I've missed it, and I don't think I have, because I've been watching this chat like a hawk, no. Absolutely none of you got these bottom 3. Absolutely none of you. Just not surprising to me, I'll be honest. Not surprising. But, yeah. At the very, very bottom here, with 10 views apiece, India? India is one of the least? Come on now. Did you realise just how many people are in India? And you really think that I would have that as well as the lowest viewing countries? Come off it. So yeah, the lowest 3 that I have on my list here are El Salvador, Malta, and Montenegro. They are the absolute lowest on the list here. I know, Cosmo, I know. Let's see if I can find who guessed the absolute lowest then. Who guessed the lowest on here? Did someone say that country? I think I saw someone say this one, but let me just double check. Let me see. No, 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 no. Andromeda? I'm pretty sure I get more views for Andromeda than I do North Korea, but nah. What did you show up, Quintus? So, Quintus, whilst we're waiting for messages on who would like to join in on the next mission, I was just seeing at the stats on YouTube, and if anyone could guess the really, really low population countries in terms of views that have come through here. I'm actually looking down this list, and you guys have skipped like 30 plus countries at the bottom of the list here. You guys really didn't push the boat out far enough. Really, really, really. With the exception of ones which got actually 0, because yeah, no views from North Korea, believe it or not. North Korea does not connect through to my YouTube channel. No one's surprised there. No one guessed Balkans? I mean, probably for the best. I was actually relatively, surprisingly high up on this, I think. Or did I miss it? Yeah, let me try and find who guessed the lowest. There was a guess of China, which is a relatively low one. So let me just see if there was anything lower than that. Must have been. Alright, let me go through the list here. So, we had guesses of Egypt, nope. Russia, that was much higher. Trinidad and Tobago, not on the list, unfortunately. Denmark, much higher. Japan, much higher. North Korea, not on the list. Doesn't count. Saudi Arabia, certainly not in the bottom section there. Venezuela, nope. Puerto Rico, Azerbaijan, Netherlands, Bolivia, Iceland, Mexico, Greenland, Poland, Mongolia, Argentina is a good shout, but no, I don't know. Switzerland, nope. Nigeria not on the list. Yeah, I think, crazily enough, guys, dare I say it, I think China actually won it. Yeah, there we are. Okay, then, yeah. How low are the other Balkan states compared to Montenegro? Honestly, I'm not that good with geography to give you that answer, Ed. I'm not that good to give you that answer. But yeah, I think of all the ones that actually are listed on here, granted, if the country has less than 10 views, it's not listed. But China, with 38 views, was the lowest named country. That's 38 views in a month. So, who was it who guessed China? Where are you again? There you are, the Fox Spirit. You're getting VIP. That was the agreement. That's what you get. The Fox Spirit. You have just become VIP on the channel. Bam. Congratulations for getting China. Actually, wait, no, sorry. Fox Spirit, never mind. I'm going to have to un-VIP you because I've just brought up your chat history. You broke the rules. So, no, you just got un-VIP'd. I specifically said you get one guess. You guessed Germany, China, and Nigeria. Nope. When I say you get one guess and you think you can slip through multiple guesses... No, I didn't say 2 guesses, Fox Spirit. I definitely said 1, and you'd said 3 countries anyway. So even if I said 2, you still done it wrong. So, no. Well, I got your timestamps right here, Fox Spirit. 1958 Germany, 2001 China, 2003 Nigeria. Nope. Not taking it. Nope, 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 nope. I definitely said 1 guess. So, that's a no bueno. Yeah, so with China, it's because of the separation of how their internet works. The supposed Great Chinese Firewall, however people call it. So yeah, there is a big old separation on that side. You also got to remember that despite how big China is, it doesn't have quite the same connection to England, the UK, as India does. So my understanding is that English isn't as broadly spoken over there as it is in India. And I don't speak any other language than English, so I'm not going to put my guides anywhere else. They can stay on YouTube for now. I will stick with that side of the world, as it were. Alright, let's go get that bounty from Quinn, and we got Quintus joining us for the bounty from Quinn. Let's do some Void Armageddon. Guess a lot use VPNs. Yeah, if any of them used a VPN, it would show up from a different country as well, yeah. What's going on, Ragnos? We are heading on into our mission now. Any new knives to the Dormer Zone? No, I haven't, Quintus, no. I'm not purchasing any new knives at this time, as instead I've been focusing on unlocking other things. They do, actually, yes. They do. So, the West, as it were, is quite separated over from China in terms of just what everyone tends to use. Oh, I left us on public, so we are gaining other people on this bounty. That might end up being a problem. That might end up being a problem. Oh well. And apparently we're defending Exodamper B first. I mean, go figure. Go figure. Pop up to here. There we are. So no, I've not added more knives. The ballast portrait remains 32 knife stabbed. I'm not even going to build any armaments. If someone else wants to build armaments, go right ahead. I'm not building them. Not this round. And apparently someone's hunting for 500 standing at a time, in a bounty where you get 10,000. And these guys are level 100? Seriously? Alright, I mean, if you say so. If you say so, if those are level 100s. Magazine's a nice word, I mean, it rolls off the tongue a bit, I suppose. Will be realistic to have one per frame? Well, I mean, if you want to gift me some knives, go right ahead. I'm not planning to get any anytime soon, because they cost standing, and standing isn't exactly something I can just pick up for free. And flap. You gotta love a good Toxin Blap. It makes its way through all of these pretty quickly. Yeah, let's buff that. Yep, it does the job. I mean, on this level of mission, you definitely don't need it to go crazy. What am I saving standing for? I'm buying the Arcanes. I'm getting myself Arcanes over time, so they're not cheap. Hey, more Argazine. Apparently we're defending B some more. I mean, yeah, we can defend B some more, but sure. There we go. Your Path Cascade's good for the Arcanes. Yes, I do. We're just doing the bounty. Get a few quills to pop into the system. Oh, I see Zom. I mean, if you're struggling to stay awake, one would guess that you probably do need to just get more sleep rather than focus the stream, you know? Hey-ho. Do what is best for you. Maybe I can say, do what is best for you. Never really tried Lavos? Oh, you should. You should. If you can get your hands on Lavos, absolutely give him a whirl. I don't use him to his fullest extent, because very few missions actually force me to. I've got him so passively strong already that I can just kind of waltz through most missions and not really give a damn. But he is certainly capable. Oh, we need to be heading over to A now. There are still enemies alive, so I'm not sure what constitutes the switching between A and B. That I don't understand, I'll be honest. But it's fine. We need to kill 3 Void Angels as well. That's a thing we need to be doing. And that's just going to come from them spawning every few waves, isn't it? Nothing special we need to do there. Just kind of exist, do the mission, win. Does Jaya's crit buff affect weapons? Yes. different crit buffs that Jaya has, they can apply to weapons. They don't apply in exactly the same way as they do to Jaya's abilities, but they do apply. Which is why Jaya is not a recommended frame when using the Fenmore and later. Because it will actually make them weaker. Fun fact. Can I headshot someone or are they all dead? At least near to me. Let's see, who we got over here? We got a bunch of drones. Drones are annoying to headshot. Trying to hit them. But yeah, I've never been exactly known for my aim. Didn't mean to roll. Not gonna lie. I swear, I keep going to slightly dash forwards a bit. And instead, because I'm pressing shift so briefly, I end up rolling. It's daft. Daft of me. Well, okay, if they're going to just find me a crest, yeah, I'll pick up the crest. There we are. It's an easy 2k. Ravenous Void Angel. Let's go melt it down. Where is this annoying little thing? All the way over here. We'll just get rid of its armor because I can. I have realized that I'm not on Madurai here, so I don't have Void Strike to make this faster. That's fine. We're not trying to speedrun this. We're just doing it. These ones don't drop pinions. True, they drop quills because they are a weaker variant. They've only got 2 stages to them rather than 3. Yeah, Dom, any ability that kills enemies will make actually getting charge harder on these Incarnate weapons. It's kind of part of their existence. Oh!
Don't let success go to your head.
Was that the Sirocco? That was not the Sirocco, no. I am using a 777 amp. That's what my one is.
Get ready. Enemies inbound.
Right, skeet ahead. Oh, someone else was using it. Oh, well, I wasn't going to get that from you, question. Alright. Someone probably was using the Sirocco because some people just get it from a quest and go, oh, that's probably good, and then call it a day. But yeah, there are better amps to use than the Sirocco. Use the Sirocco if you want to use it, but it's not exactly powerful. I'm just going to chase these enemies down. They seriously spawn so far away. We got 4 people in this mission and it still feels like a slow mission, despite being level 100 odd. Of the new missions that came with this update, this is definitely my least favourite. Definitely. Can I pick up the Argosine now? So this is what happens when you insult a game mode. It bugs out on you. Can I build something? Will that change it? Ah, there we are. Okay, we can have a max of 500 Argosine. That's what it is. I don't know where my Argosine is on the HUD. Oh, there it is. Top left. Juggernaut saying, doing first Kuvlich, and the weapon elemental is 25. Wiki says I need 10 more of the same weapon to get it to 60. That is the maximum Juggernaut, yeah. So the way it works is that when you combine together 2 weapons, the bonus you get is going to be 10% higher, and that's 10%, not 10 percentage points, 10% higher than the highest of the 2 you're combining. So if you have a 25 and a 25, you'll get yourself a 27.5. That's 10% higher than 25. But if you combine together a 25 and a 50%, then you'll get a 55%. Because the 50 is the higher of the 2, and 10% more of that is 55. Yeah, you're not locked to 10. It's not going to be necessarily that long. Juggernauts, what you should do, genuinely, if you want to get a maxed out weapon all the way up to 60, is farm the weapons without combining them. Just keep on getting those weapons until you have enough to get the desired percentage you're looking for. Only then do you want to combine them together. The reason for this is, if you get, say for example, 325s and combine them together, you'll end up with something a little bit over 30%. If you then get a 40% one, well, that's just going to override the 30%. You'll end up with a 44 after 4 weapons. But if instead you waited, you get 325s and then your 40, and you combine the 325s with a 40, you'll get 44, then 48.4, and then 53-ish? So you, instead of getting 44% total, you'd be 53% total. So if you hold off as long as possible on merging your weapons, you allow yourself to benefit from good luck later, rather than shooting yourself in the foot. The wiki shows the absolute maximum number of merges you'll need. I'll use the Sirocco skin when in adult mode no matter the amp. I didn't know there was a forced skin on it, but fair enough. If Cosmo happened to notice someone else's skin as I'm barreling around this game, then fair play to him. Fair play. Okay, whilst I wait for the enemies to actually threaten us, I'm going to grab this. There we go. Let's get some more charge. There we are. And, oh, there's a nullifier in here, I think. It was, but it's dead. If I see a cluster of like 4 or 5 enemies stay alive after I use my 4th ability like that, almost guaranteed there's a nullifier. Yeah, sure, Zom, we'll switch that in a moment. Yeah, honestly, when I've looked at using these before now, they don't seem to have really done that much for me. Because like, these enemies are not tough to kill. Obviously for someone who's new to the game they will be, but if you're at the stage where you've got here, you probably shouldn't be new to the game. These enemies are not tough to kill. So, these bits going around, these turrets to deal with the enemies, I just ignore them, I'll be quite honest with you. None of that, thank you. There we are. Someone bringing out the heavy attack Stropher. That'll do the trick. That'll definitely do the trick. Hey, Rogue Demon, it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I noticed the Eternal Relic took damage. Is taking damage. Okay, I'm going to go deal with that. Someone else deal with the Angel. Didn't know that the Relic could take damage when Dampeners are still up. Which way is it? Seriously, which way is it? The Angel came in this way, I want to say? No? Actually, I can go towards the downs, that'll tell me. Yeah, there's enemies all over this place. What's the Lavos build? If you click onto the Twitch screen, you should be able to see the Warframe Arsenal overlay. And that will show you what build I'm currently using on my Lavos. That will show you the build. Did that just get stuck? Ah, I got stuck. That's a shame. There we are. They've got the Angel sorted. They're fine. I'll keep all of this lot alive. Hello, Regdeem. I think I just said hello a second ago. I'm losing track. Exo Dampener B is also being damaged. I don't understand the UI with this. Like, it'll say, hey, the enemies are going to A, now they're going to B, but then things are taking damage when we're not doing that. I don't understand this mode at all. Like, can the game decide what's actually under threat or not? That'd be great. Why Arcane Consequence on Lavos? Because yeet. I would be using Arcane Avenger, except for the fact that Arcane Avenger would actually make my weapons worse at the moment. The Fenmore and Leighton both do not want crits. But yeah, this whole mode is a slow one, and the enemies just kind of keep attacking, and it's like, well, we've got rounds, we've got waves. The enemies are coming in waves, but there's no wave timer. The wave seems to happen after a certain number of enemies are killed, but then there's still some enemies left, so it's not like a defense mission. It's all very obscure to me, I'll be very honest with you guys. I haven't paid a lot of attention to this mission since update, because it's not been a favourite of mine. But it all just feels weird. It all just feels weird. Okay, they all die before I can shoot them. True Blue saying, by the way, just got here. I love your videos. Super helpful. Listen to them all the time whilst doing chores. Nice. Glad you appreciate it, my dude. Cheers. Oh. If enemies would spawn at B during the Angel phase, they spawn between the Reich and the Dampener. And since the Angel is targeting the Reich, so do they. Oh, so the enemies just change targeting because the Angel's doing it. Wow. Okay. But there was a Dampener that was being attacked, though. That was the weird bit. A Dampener went down to like 4,000 health whilst we were fighting the Angel. It's like, are we supposed to be fighting the Angel, or are we supposed to be fighting the Dampener enemies? And then there's ones that say going for the Relic as well. It's just, you don't make a UI that says, we need you to defend this location, and then be like, oh, by the way, they're actually attacking all other locations. It just doesn't make sense to me. And yeah, the really long spawns. Like, look, next wave. I've just gone here. It's still 15 seconds. Yikes. We're meant to break up the squad? I mean, it's not like I can bribe them into starting their own gang. I know that's not what you mean, but it's kind of lacking workable information. Well, I'll put that. Lacking that workable information to know what the game actually is saying is under threat. Quintus, he might be pinging a drop. Back to you. Let me just I'll defend this location. You guys check that. Get rid of the nullifier because nullifiers are illegal. Yeah, this whole game mode, it's slow, it's weird. Not my thing. Waypoint 4 is not a Lanthorn? Oh. Don't know what they're marking then. It was the same person who's talking about it. We need to head back over to B now. Apparently, sorta, kinda. Is A taking damage? Yeah, A is still taking damage. Hold on, it's telling us to go to B, but A is still taking damage. Look at this guy right here. I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. We got everything, I think. Wait, oh. Why can I not fire my... Okay, for some reason my Leighton didn't transform, it just wouldn't fire. That's another bug they need to sort. They'll get there, I'm sure. So yeah, that's weird. A is now recharging, that's good. I hope everything is handled over at B. It's all about allocating players to defend multiple things at once. See, that would make sense, Tiz. That would make sense if it didn't move the spawns around. And if it didn't take an absolute age. You know, if the game actually wanted one of us at A, one of us at B, one of us at the Eternal Relic, and had enemies acting accordingly, that makes sense. But the UI doesn't say that, and the enemy spawning doesn't say that. The enemy spawn seems to happen, and then it'll switch to another location before it's finished dealing with the ones over at the other place, but not to a major extent. It'll just have a few left around, which you can easily miss because they're taking an age to get anywhere. It all feels odd. All feels odd. I'm looking at A again. A has stopped recharging health, so it must have got hit. But by what? Probably the angel that spawned over there. Yep, A is now taking even more damage. A is going to explode. There it goes.
That's a boost to the enemy.
Like a defense plus? I mean, it is a defense plus, but it's also a minus in how it functions. It's weird. Really weird. Zom, cheers. So yeah, while someone deals with the angel, I'm actually going to focus on the other stuff. And by the other stuff, seeing as A has been popped, I'm going to go towards the relic. Because it looks like that is, yep, that is under attack. By one enemy. God damn it. So yeah, let's play it like that. Let's play it with the idea of people in different places. So the angel's been done. I'm going to cover the relic. There we go. And now we wait. Yep. Yep. Yeah, give me a moment on that. You know, the whole playing in different locations. I mean, if that's the way the mission's supposed to work, this is definitely a big old yep right now. Oh, hello. There we go. A whole nother wave. Because I'm killing them so quickly as a group. They're spawning in as a group, but they're spawning about 20 miles that way. Didn't they add new incarnate weapons? There are 3 new incarnate weapons. The Fenmore, Latum, and Praedos. If you're meaning more? Not yet. Yeah, I'm going to happily leave this mission now. Because we have to, actually. Oh, Arcane. Thanks for the message about the Arcane. You gotta love it. We're supposed to be split up. By the way, Arcane drops. But you're supposed to be split up a few hundred meters away. Also extracting in 30 seconds. Did I forget to pick up this one over here? I did, now I think about it. Yeah, so I need to go get that. Extraction in 28 seconds. How far away is this? Is this a Malika one? This is a Malika one, isn't it? Which is still 2,500 standing. There we are. Yeah! It's just going to force extract me. There's no point in me even jumping. There we go. You want to see my straws and skills? I have none. I use autoplay. But there we are. Yeah, there is a dagger and gun coming in incarnate weapons. They are going to be doing more in the near future. That's all I know. That's genuinely all I know about them. Hey, Aeolak blueprint, if anyone needed it. I don't. And we got 9 quills as well as a crescent vein there. So that is almost 25,000 standing. These two together, they're 3,000. So that's going to be 25,000. 500? Yeah. 25,500 standing, I think, right there. Not bad going. Alright. There was the request from Zom for a little bit of synth, so let's switch back to our synth playlist. 1 second. Up. There we go. And Amaj the Salty asking for a limbo run. Okay. Alright. Let's switch to a limbo run, guys. There we are. Would I recommend Lavos? I mean, you tell me. Redix. You tell me on that one. In terms of my most used frames, Which frame do you think I'd recommend? Yes, he's a good frame. He is definitely a good frame. Alright, Gloom Limbo, let's do it. Who's my least used? Thanks to you guys, it's probably going to be a bit skewed. Also, there are going to be frames which I've just leveled and then left in the dirt. So, sort by used, scroll down, leveled. There we go, Nidus. Nidus is my least used. So just ignoring the ones which I've just thrown straight to Helminth. Nidus is my least used. Yeah. Right then. Rather than go on to doing another one of those bounties, I had a look at the bounties and you know what? Not my jam right now. So, let's take Quintus himself into a Void Flood, not Steel Path. Okay. Can we? Yeah, we can change that here. Good. Thank you. I'm just not a fan of playing Nidus. His kit is just not what I'm looking for in a Warframe most of the time. That's just it, really. Sure, he's stompy sucky, vibbly wibbly. Meh. Only 16%? Yeah, I use various different frames for various different things. You gotta remember, as much as I main Lavos, as it were, I don't use just Lavos for everything. I'll use the right frame for the right job, if I need a frame for a job. A lot of the time at this level, I just kind of need, you know, a gun. But aside from that, yeah. Alright, let's get this going. Gloom on. Wait. Oh. So, okay, well, that is a problem I did not anticipate. This frame is objectively not the one for the job on Flood. That's how they stop you from doing Flood without having to worry about enemies ever. You actually can't pick up stuff whilst you're in the Rift. That's an oof right there. Oh, I got a really itchy nose today. I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, that is an oof. That is definitely an oof. I've said many, many times in the past that Warframe is a game to be cheesed. Oh god, I'm dying. It does, however, feel at times that D actively try to avoid said cheese happening. If I use my 4, did that heal me? Oh, it did. Ah. Gloom plus my 4th was actually a heal option. That I did not expect. But I'll take it. I should be using the Latum. Latum is just stronger. Can I fill this in the Rift? Ah, good. I can fill it in the Rift. There we go. There we are. So, Limbo can be semi-safe. He can be safe when he's sitting still, filling it up. That's a thing. Where are the enemies? I would like to headshot one. Thank you. There we go. Now I have my yeet. I can fly around the map like I'm Titania. Almost. Only lasts for a little bit, but it lasts long enough. Oh, and there's a biggie one over there. I'd like to get the biggie. Bop. Loving it. Yeah, frames are definitely tools. Like, having the right tool for the job is always a good idea when it comes to Warframe. Warframe's a game to be cheesed, even when D denies that cheese sometimes. And, yo, Mr. Frank Archer, whoop whoop, they're saying. The bot might... I'm not sure why the bot didn't say that. Did the bot decide your message was spam? I didn't hear the whoop whoop. That's a weird one. Okay, I'll look into that later for you, Frank Archer, but all the same, whoop whoop. Thank you very much for subscribing. We've been Prime once again, on to 2 months now. You got your lovely bronze badge, you still got your emotes, you still got access to the Supporter Tea Lounge over on the Discord. Oh wait, no, that's not the right spectral form. This one is.
I do not know him.
Easy peasy.
Not be going back.
Easy, easy peasy.
I have opened an escape lift for you. Use it when you need it.
Pick up. Maybe it doesn't recognize the emojis? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, emojis, I can understand it going, oh, nope, nope. I've heard them read out emojis and emotes before now, I'm sure. So, I can only imagine it just saw the same word and then obvious emojis and went, oh, no, that's probably spam. I'll look into that. Probably not a lot I can do about it, but I can at least double check if that is what happened. I've not got Arcane Consequence active at the moment. I can't make those jumps. Hey! No consequence? Also, I need to be going the other way anyway. Hydra and Euralia are in sorry places? They are, yeah. Euralia... Oh. God damn it!
Very sorry about this. One of the
Let's get a go.
fears the
Yeah,
void
Euralia limiting you to one tier of weapon. You can, one slot of weapon, just secondary only, if you want to use her defense whatsoever.
Skitter girl. She's a
That's a bad start, in my opinion. Her crowd control is honestly not great. It doesn't feel reliable to use at all.
rupture sealed.
The damage is poor. Yeah, you've got the Ackle Blades with Augment, but first of all, that's with Augment. Second of all, it's still poor. You really need to work to make that actually useful. Frost is in a much better position overall. Frost has some anti-team synergy, and that is bubbles block your shots if you're on the outside. That I don't like. When you consider that... That's it. When you consider how many abilities don't get in the way of general gameplay, having defensive ones that do, it just feels like there's no need to be shitting on defense frames like that. Offense frames get so much in their favor, like for example, no friendly fire. So why do defense frames get the short end of the stick? That just feels odd to me. May have made more sense back in the day, but given how strong offensive frames are nowadays, nah. Let people enjoy their toys. Yeah, we got nuke powers that ignore walls and everything else. They just go forever.
Should you need a break, self-extract at the marked location.
It's an odd one in my opinion. And I just got knocked over into that. That was unfortunate. There are plenty of good frames. There are a few in awkward spots or bad spots, but there are plenty in good places. Some of them don't work as well with a random team, or if they're done poorly. Limbo's a very good example of that. Others, they just work. Heads or tails? Heads. This is Quintus deciding whether or not he's going to make me use Euralia or Hydroid.
When that thing starts
I'm calling it
moving,
right now. That's what he's choosing between Euralia or
I don't know
Hydroid.
what to do.
What's my one for Limbo? I have put Gloom onto him. That is giving me a bit of crowd control. Oh, summons a Void Angel. Ah, okay. I'm getting crowd control. I'm getting healing. Two nice things to have. Angel's all the way over there. I'm going to let them deal with the Angel. I will focus on the actual mission objective. Partly because I have the right arcanes to focus on the objective. Specifically, I've got Consequence. And because if I don't do it, probably no one would.
The angel is trying to retreat into the void so it can heal.
That's just the way these things go if you're not careful. Although granted, if I do this, there's probably someone around here also doing it with me. But that's fine. Right, I've got enough. Let's charge up A. Oh, look at that. There's three of us here. Wow. Quintus is alone. Alright, that's fine. Quintus can handle. He should be able to solo level 52. How much range? If you click onto the stream, you'll see the Warframe Arsenal overlay. There's the yellow box. Click onto that, you'll see exactly the build I'm using on my Limbo, which will tell you how much range I have, because I don't know. I don't know what the build is for that range. Oop, okay. Let's not die. There we go. They wanted to live. I said no.
Angel is almost recovered. Hurry this up.
There's hazardous Vitablast going around. That's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, maybe a little bit. Ow. Yeah, that does hurt a little bit. Okay, that hurt a lot of it. Let's get this closed now. Should be enough. There we go. I'll look at that in a sec, Space Cadet, because you decided to type a full message rather than just a frame. How's that angel doing? He's getting there. He's getting there. We'll leave him to it. Okay, I'm gonna die. Can I have enemies, please? Nope, no enemies. Love it. They all just died around me, or were existing somewhere else. Equinox has a nuke? Yeah, Equinox has a nuke. Called Main. He sneezes. Everything dies. I will say Limbo is definitely not the frame for this, because Limbo's defense is hide and void, and will send enemies to void. But when Limbo can't go into the void, otherwise he can't pick up stuff, and Xmas units say, haha, you wanted to banish me? Nope. That would be a problem. I mean, yeah, you can banish them, but you can't banish their ability. Their ability stick around. That's the problem. Oh, I want that. It's got so many orbs. I want it. Where'd it go? It's there. Got it. Can I get the small ones as well? I got some of them. I'll do. Alright, there's Thrax enemies somewhere. We need to go deal with those as well. I just noticed the Void Flood counter is going up. I didn't realize that about this mission. It's still going up, even though we need to kill the Thrax enemies. Where are the Thrax enemies? I've got a marker on myself saying that I need to be revived, but where am I supposed to be going at the moment? My waypoint system has decided to just shit itself.
You can always do more. But if you
Down?
can't, I have marked an extraction point.
Okay, I have no idea. The waypoints are actually really losing me here. Genuinely getting lost by these waypoints. Space saying, just thought of something. How effective would the anti-crit weapons charge up Nova's antimatter drop? Since that orb doesn't take crit damage. Okay, so evolution weapons with Nova. I'd imagine they do quite some charging. I also feel like that probably wouldn't be all that amazing, given that, you know, you could just shoot the enemy. That would probably work. Yeah, I've got a revive symbol on me. Warframe's kind of being a dick about waypoints. There is a thing over there I'd like to pick up, but unfortunately this mission needs addressing, because we are... Okay, we got that one closed. I was going to say, we're getting close to having 2 negatives at once, but that just got solved. But still, there's a lot of moving parts to this mission, and I'm only afraid that doesn't like having to sit still and think. I can't put up bubbles because nullifiers. Xmas units. Not my favourite choice. Need to dash. There we go. And apparently Rupture Decay is a thing. Cool. Antimatter drop does a huge 15-meter radius. No fall off, no line of sight. Yeah, 15 meters isn't that big. If that's a modded range, that's not that big. Sure, it's big, but it's not that big. To say that you're having to cast it, charge it, place it. I can't remember if that is modded or not, because again, I don't use Nova that much. but every time I've tried using antimatter drop to achieve stuff, it just hasn't really felt worthwhile. I'll be honest. Oh, it's a fixed 15-meter range. Okay, well that's, yeah. Yeah. It's just not that much to me. Whee. Grab that, get out of the way of those enemies. Yep. Okay, I landed on another enemy, that's fine. Kill you, kill you, kill you, please die, thank you. Self-revive. Yeah, I'm leaving. We've closed 12 ruptures and my limbo is taking her. I'm going to say GG. I hope that the randos go along with that, because I just realised again I'm still on public. I want to leave. I want to leave. What am I shooting? What? Okay. Go figure, there is an invisible wall there to this gun. Oh, this game. Okay, this game. Turn non-AoE weapons into AoE mini nukes, pair with molecular prime, making enemies take double damage from all sources. I mean, yeah, Spacegate, yeah, you can make Nova's abilities do damage. I'm not denying that. But they don't compare. In terms of AoEs that exist, they just don't compare. At least not in my experience. So now we are waiting to leave. This is how you extract from open worlds. There we go. So yeah, so far Armageddon, which was the first one we did with the X-Lasers. The more I play that mode, the more I look at it and go, this feels unfinished. It doesn't feel fun to play, I will be quite honest. Armageddon is not my jam. Flood is fine if I can have a frame that wants to work with it. So, Limbo, not really the go-to there. Not a good choice. You can't shoot outside? You can with some weapons. Not with others. It's weird. That door's just weird. Alright, let's see. What else did we get requested for in terms of frames there? Frost. Okay. Alright. Do you guys really want to see these frames you're picking, by the way? That's one thing I want to know. Are you picking based on, I want to see this one in action. I'd like to see a certain playstyle. I'd like to see how he works in a certain scenario. Are you picking based on that? Or are you guys picking because, haha, streamer don't like Warframe? Because I swear, most of the picks on this channel are from people going, haha, bad frame, give streamer. Not gonna lie, it does feel like that sometimes. Well, at least Tiz is honest. Alrighty then, Frost, what do you got for me? What have you got? So we go with the strength here, which would be a focus on the armor reduction, which is great when used against the Corpus. As we know, the Corpus are active at the moment, so Frost's ability to strip armor is very crucial there. For those of you who don't understand sarcasm, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that is sarcasm. Is this my true damage eat build? No. For true damage eat build, use high range. So if you want to do a true damage build with Frost, use Ensnare Snow Globe combos. And I was testing with that, someone was like, oh, you can get viral, there's it's shit. Don't do that. Don't do that, it's shit. Frost does true damage? He does, yeah. Here's Bubble. When you cast it with enemies inside, they are pushed out of it. They will take up to half of their maximum damage, maximum health in true damage when they're pushed by the bubble and collide with something. If they don't collide, no damage. If they collide at a slow speed, little damage. If you get high range, they will move out at high speed and just take half their health in damage. And because it's dealing damage rather than subtracting health in some weirdy schmiddy way, it's vulnerable to viral. So if you viral proc them with that, they will take double damage, and double half your max health is your max health. So they just die. So this ability can one-shot almost any grenade unit in the game. Almost, because damage reduction exists. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I imagined it is. That's what I imagined. So yeah, true damage on Frost. Fun fact. Add on to the fact that he can freeze enemies, he can armor strip, he can do a bit of damage, he has an augment which can give you crits. I'm not going to use that right now because I'm using weapons that don't want that, so that would be silly, but those are options available to him. I could still use this for general crowd control. This is a basically 40-meter radius, screw you, stop moving ability. The only downside is I've set the duration to 50%, but that's because it was more focused on Snow Globe for the testing purposes. I could fix that by bringing in some duration somewhere. I don't know what that was about. Yeah, I don't know what that one was about. Let's get rid of that one. We don't need that one on there. No one needs that one on there. Do that, or this, or that. Yeah, that works. Now, at the moment, I have got... this is a low strength build. I could just roll with this, honestly. It's just the duration I would like to have to deal with what it is. So... I do. Looking at my mods, what can I do to make that duration usable?
The Ken 18 Pete Covet.
The Ken 18 Pete Covet. Bot, is that really the best you could do? The Ken 18 Pete Covet. And it reads out that one, but it doesn't read out the one from earlier of whoop whoop. Pete Covet. Vincent, thank you very much for your subscription once again on tier 1 there, your second month on it. Enjoy your lovely new bronze badge. Cheers. Pete Covet. So I could try that, Winters, but see, the problem is that Humble Vitality, it's not going to fit. I would need to form in this. I've got no former in this whatsoever. I would need former to get to that kind of place. Yeah. I'm glad you like it, Vincent. Thank you. Made that one myself, obviously. Pete Covet, never met him. Yeah. Without formering, there's not a lot I can do with this, and I'm not formering Frost because, well, I use him when you guys ask me to use him. That's about it. So we'll just go with this. We'll just go with this and call it a day. Sort it. What happens, happens. But I'll be quite honest with you guys. Looking through it, we've got Void Flood. Great if I've got a mobility frame. Not so great if I haven't. And as we just saw, Limbo Cheese is apparently told no. Void Armageddon. I genuinely actually don't find that a fun mission. Mobile Defense is Mobile Defense, so screw that. Cascade. Let's give it a try. We can give that a try. If I go for the 4th lockdown augment, do I really need efficiency? Tuber Enchanter. I'm not sure what you're asking there. That's not a full question I can really answer right now, sorry. Yeah, sure, Quintus. You don't, but sure, have a look. Archer, you may indeed join. Come on in. You may indeed join in. Let me just remind myself on the actual setup we just set there. You could dream that you do. I mean, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, no, all the Vista Escape stuff is paid content. Yeah, with the ensnare there, it's because, first of all, we don't need the Icy Wave of whatever 2 is called. We just don't need it. It's not suitable. Eliu! Eliu! Well, if your name comes up, I'll just ban you from the stream, it's fine. I won't. But we'll just remember that for you, Eliu. Yeah. I don't know if I have the ability to unticket you for your ticket, but yeah, that's the thing. Turn off public? Oh yeah, thank you, Rainer. We'll do that in a sec as well, yeah. Yeah, but just the idea with this, bunch them up with Ensnare, Snow Globe, Blap, and then we got this for general crowd control as well. This is very much, please stop trying to hurt me. Setup. Well, yeah, Quintus, you get the default. The default. That was the wrong button. How can I switch to solo with some... Let's fix that. I did not expect to accidentally be able to kick Archer like that. That was... Okay, there you go. That's a thing. That's a thing. Quintus, are you done gawking, or are we going without you? Oh, hush, Archer. Go do a 5x3. Good to go. Alright then, there we are. We're bringing Quintus now. So yeah, apparently I can switch to solo and just auto-boot whoever's in the squad. Just yeet, you're gone. Alright, let's try Frost Cascade. Why not? What could possibly go wrong with Frost Cascade? What could possibly go wrong, chat? Ticket what for? Exclamation mark raffle. I did put that in the stream title today, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh, that's great. Exclamation mark raffle. Why do I have Ensnare on Frost? Because Frost is kinky. I have Ensnare on Frost because of the combination with his third ability, able to deal half of an enemy's entire health in true damage. But also probably because he's kinky, let's be honest now. It's Frost.
Deployed all together, they will cause an instant void cascade. I can stagger their deployment, give you time to purge them, so they can cleanse
There we
the
go.
ship instead of corrupting it.
Shoot the thing! Shoot the thing! Shoot the thing! I couldn't get any headshots.
Spitting out contamination. Use your void
I would like headshots, please. Nope. I never like dealing with the Corbers for headshots because the mowers, I'll be honest, I feel like it's a crapshoot if I can get the headshot or not. Well, they die before I can demonstrate anything. Never mind. Let me see. Enemies over here. Nope, they're all dead. Enemies over here. Yes. And then... Up! Do you see? Look at their health. Straight to their health and... Harrier. Fuck off. Yeah, straight to their health. Half of their health just immediately blapped. If I had viral proc on it, it would have died. No ifs, no buts, just dead. The ensnare is supposed to make it where enemies bunch together and then get blapped by it together. But I'll be honest, I've had mixed results with that. So, yeah. Well, let's stop that from happening. Thank you, mate. There we are. And we'll just get this one taken down in a moment. You gotta remember your forfeit's not crowd control at this level. I mean, what are you using? Well, okay, fair enough. Yeah, no, that's damage at this level.
We're down an Exalizer, working on backups.
Want the Angel? I mean, if there's an Angel, you can pop the Angel. Anyone can solo the Angel. If you can't solo the Angel, you probably shouldn't be. And by the time you get to the Zariman, you should have the gear to solo an Angel. Let's be honest now.
That's a void angel. Best be ready.
Ow this up a bit. Another Exalizer, but that's fine. We'll just sit over here for now. I'll keep this one looking shiny. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that exists. Fun fact. Don't think about it too much. Just remember, Rule 34 exists, so it's not a surprise. Not a surprise. Come on, Frost, don't fall over. There we go. I should be dealing with these Exalizers. Oh, that's the Angel. They can handle that. I'm going to go over to this because it is now getting worse. Oh, just as I leave is when they kill the Angel. That was bad timing. As an MR0 has been doing angel stuff with Motamp.
Cascade
I mean, yeah, if someone's got a grandfathered in MR0 account, then, you know, yeah, they can kind of do stuff. More to the point, if an MR0 can handle the Zariman, everyone here can.
Do these invaders have any idea what demons they have invoked upon us all? Our enemy has abandoned valuable supplies. This is yours now.
Hey, valuable supplies. That's always a good thing. Send that guy to the Shadow Realm, and then we go get this one. Oh, that's been got. Nice. Did they get taxied? You can't get taxied past MR locks. They've been grandfathered. There didn't used to be certain MR locks on the game, and so people could get to later stage of the game without having the required level. Those have since changed, but because they've already passed those level gates, they can keep doing the high level content. I say a high level, the later game content. So yeah. Nope, no mag proc from you, thank you. Lovely jubbly. We got this under control at the moment, so I'm going to go get that loot that has been left behind. Just gonna keep all these enemies from moving for a bit. Don't mind me. Oh, we got the Malika thing. Let's do that as well. Where is it? Up here? Yeah, it's up there. Hoi! There we are. Arcane Consequence giving us the amazing bullet jumps. You gotta love it.
I foresee an appearance on the...
Also gives you these really fast rolls. You can get around the map very quickly.
Working on backups.
Like seriously, if you've never used Arcane Consequence, just buy it and use it. You'll be amazed at just how freeing it feels. Being able to just yeet around the map. And all it takes is a single headshot. Which even your abilities can do. If your abilities get a headshot, you fly. It's good. Alright, let's get rid of this. And burn down that.
Under assault.
Shoot this. And bop. Easy peasy.
Spent Exilizer has been retired. The Void Cascade just hit a new level of intensity. Be careful. We have no idea.
That taken out.
Manifest.
Give this guy a few shots. Don't even get the headshot. He's just spinning around. Whatever. Kill. See? Easy. You should get it for Avara? Oh, you absolutely should, yeah. Arcane Consequence on Avara is great. Not only should you be going for headshots on Avara when she's invisible, but also it just means the rolls are that much better. Oh, that guy has not been frozen. He is an Xmas. There we go. Okay, apparently he slipped through it rather than take damage, which is a bit weird, but okay. Okay. Ugh. I really don't know why my nose is so itchy today. It is really genuinely dry itching. I'm going to cover this area because I feel like we should have people over on those ones. Oh, I shouldn't just stand. This is a war zone. Yeah, if I just cover these two, people should have those others, and I'll stop these from being taken over. Also, Morven's cheers. Oh, I'm out of tea. Never mind. Water it is then.
Exilizer has been retired.
Alright, you take care then, Raptor. Have a good one. This is about to finish. Adding that bit of crowd control again. There we are. Let's get over there to the next ones. You there. Ow.
Exilizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination
Bullet jump.
worse.
Roll, roll the frost. Then we bullet jump.
Away from that Exilizer
That
until it
actually
discharges.
fits with the beat of that tune. I'm surprised I did that. How far away are these?
We just lost
Christ.
an Exalizer to possession. Get it back.
Which one did we lose to possession? Probably this one. Let me get it. Up, 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 up. There we go. Hello, Seat. There, things are going fine. Hope you're doing well yourself. Not bad of an attempt. Rainover, considering it was completely off the cuff. Off the cuff? Off the cuff. I think that was pretty good. My retort, however, was a little bit less good. There are quite a few Thrax around here. What's going on? Okay, I just got knocked. Switch. Woo! Switch. Heal. Switch. Heal. Thank you. Spam. Bullets. So much stuff around.
We're down an Exalizer. Working on backups. Ah, the void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
There we are. A bit of slow healing, but it's healing all the same. Why are there so many enemies over at this spot? What is going on here?
Been retired.
That just feels odd. Is that all I managed to bring together? Okay. That just felt really odd for a moment. Like, there were basically no enemies over one spot and absolutely crazy over another. Oh, and that just got taken over. Let's deal with that real quickly.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. Keep any roaming Thrax away from that Exalizer until it discharges. That'll make this cascade.
There we are. I spoke Wolf. Cheers. Alright. Looks like I've got a moment of a breather around here. Oh, that guy taking cover. Actually a smart enemy for once. Not the mag procs. I've lost all my energy. No, no, no possessing people. That is bad. That is not what we want. No possessions. Yes, Quintus, what? Feels like quasi-mobile defense? Kinda, yeah. Yeah, I can do with some energy. Ow. Quintus, why did it feel like you just knocked me over? Quintus, I have 150 max energy, but thank you. Yeah. Well, goodbye, stream quality for a moment. I'm not going to move away from this, just as a point. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's some energy. Thank you. I'll just spend some of that now.
Exalizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the
Okay,
contamination
whilst I was sticking around over there, they
This
got
cascade
4
is going out
Exalizers.
of control.
Ugh. We need to go deal with that, and we need to go deal with that now. You need to die, thank you. This is in our control, this is in control, that one isn't. There we go. Take these down.
Keep any roaming Thrax away from that
Wonderful.
Exalizer until it discharges. That'll nip this cascade
I ran out of energy. There we go. Yeah, that's Quintus for you. Quintus has, Quintus focuses on the ways he can be a little bit extra.
Working on backups. This
And he's all the extra for it.
interests you.
Sometimes that's a good thing. Like when you need energy. Other times it means, well, it means Quintus.
Cascade is approaching critical levels. Your time is running out.
How is the Cascade reaching critical levels? We are winning. We got 3-2. We got more in favor than against. Alright, let's get these ones.
Spent Exalizer has been retired.
I've gotten very used to using, what do you call it? Lavos, who just kind of can walk through a mission and not worry about enemies, focus on the objective. I quite enjoy that. Oh, no energy. Sick. Or someone else can come in, that's cool.
Exalizer spent.
There we are. Activate this. Where am I being shot from? No idea. It's somewhere. Oh, I'm taking electric procs as well. Seriously, where am I being shot from? Hello, Ajira. How you doing today? We're just cracking through this. I have no idea what rotation we're on. I'll be honest. The whole Xalizer's use doesn't give me a lot. We're just kind of somewhere. Alright, cool. Can't hit the Thrax with crowd control either. I mean, that makes sense. The hit to CC in this update, I will be honest, does feel a bit sad. Because I would never have said that CC was the most overbearing thing in this game. But hey ho. It's what we got. It's what we got. Have I put Vile Rush on Frost 1? No, I haven't. Ah, fuck. Well, that's what I get for reading chat rather than playing a game. What kind of a streamer reads chat? Ew. Oh, okay, and that damage got very big very quick. You know what? I'm quite happy to just leave. I'm happy to leave. Whatever we've come to get, we've got. I'm tired of using frames which have 14 hit points. No armor. A heal option slowed down. 2 more for next rotation reward? I don't want the next... Okay, fine. We'll do 2 more. Fucking start getting them then.
Cascade is approaching critical levels. Your time is running out.
Should definitely not read chat. Okay.
Cascade is growing out of control.
I will follow your advice that you put into chat of not reading chat. That definitely makes sense. Why are you shooting me? You are dying. Okay, wow. Never mind, I am dying. Fucker. Ah, if I didn't need a Nairu's bloody focus, I wouldn't even be here on this mode. So damage. Stop bringing nullifiers. We have enough problems with Veximus, and I'm dead. There we go. Revived myself that time. There we go. I have not had a chili in the past week, no. Yeah, like, when nullifiers already exist, the inclusion of Xmas units having Overguard, I'll be honest, has just felt like a slap in the face to crowd control. Can I get some heals, please? Can I get some heals, please? Can I get some heals, please? I know this is a delayed swapping now, but can I get some heals, please? Thank you. Oh. All that health was just gone again. Because there's nullifiers and I can't crowd control a nullifier! I mean, Zom, that sounds like an issue with Gloom rather than crowd control. That's quite literally Gloom is a subsumable ability rather than just on 1 frame, which has also a very strong slow... I'm dead again. A very strong slow ability, and it has lifesteal, which doesn't even require the enemies to be in the radius of said lifesteal. You just have to have it turned on. That's a problem with Gloom. Gloom is a very powerful ability. You don't see other people going, oh, everyone should be using a decoy to confuse the enemies. Everyone should be using Frost, what's it, Avalanche. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm leaving. Got 26. It's a little bit more than 24 you were talking about. We're good, we're good. Go in. It's actually going to kill me, isn't it? I forgot I forgot I died. And that was supposed to revive me. Shit. I genuinely forgot. I was just wanting to leave. Ice Wave? Who cares what it is? Cosmo, it's a stomp on the ground that does a little bit of cold procs. No one cares about it. Nullifiers should nullify.
approaching
but
critical levels.
dealing with multiple nullifiers, an increasing number of them, gets problematic.
Any roaming thrax away from that exolyzer
And it's
that on the
punishes defensive frames more than offensive ones, and that's again looking at the meta of the game. It just doesn't seem like a smart thing.
You did everything you could. I've secured enough cleansed exolyzers to keep the cascade at bay for now.
Am I liking the Latum? I am, yeah. Hey, look at that. 65,000 focus for Naramon in that mission. It's nice. Wait, Naramon? Oh, I thought I was on a Nairu. What? Wait. So hang on, what abilities was I casting there? I thought I was casting the ones that stripped shields, and every time I looked they had no shields. Was that just a coincidence? I mean, obviously it was then. All that time, that second ability I was casting was Sling Stun. Cool, right, yeah, right. Whatever. 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 Stop doing that Parazon stupidity. We don't need to do that 20 times a minute. Yeah. So, Cascade. Bit of a mess, but, you know, it's doable. It's plenty doable. Gives you plenty of focus. It's certainly a better mission than Armageddon. I'd say Flood and Cascade work better if you got frames that can, you know, focus less on the enemies murdering your face and focus more on just enjoying the mission. There is definitely that. I haven't noticed the update on Titanium Zariman, but Volban frames like that are just bad. Yeah. Yeah. Just realized Last Scrap is like in the new war. Oh, it is, Zed, yeah. It's even more so if you run with either Unairu or or Madurai. Because of Unairu, you've not just got the Last Gasp and Vengeance, those bits, but also you've then got, was it? Yeah, you've got Caustic Strikes, you strip armor. So you imagine in the trailer they did, you had that wave go out before the operator seemed to appear. You can imagine that as Caustic Strike, just kind of that wave. I know it's probably more a Magnetic Flare, but, you know, just imagine it was Caustic Strike, and that would explain how it was so easy to kill. And then also as well, if your operator goes down, you got the swap back, which makes you even stronger than there. Having all of this fully leveled up, that just makes you beautifully strong. And if you go for Madurai, is it? Yep, you got Void Strike. You cast that and your operator is just so much stronger as well. So if you go with either of those two, you really do get that trailer moment from time to time. Although it's a shame that the go-to amps aren't trailer amps. They're not big old laser beams. You've got a bonky flamethrower. That's a bit of a downside. But yeah, with the way crowd control is in the current meta, it's pushed even more towards pure damage. Because even frames which focus on defense, if we have a look at some of those, you've got ones which, I mean actual defense, you know, tank, rather than what Frost does. When you look at, say for example, Revenant, I mean, Revenant was the poster boy of defense. Come up against enough Xmas units now and you'll realise that's not the case. Rhino has decent defense. Is decent, yeah. Still hates nullifiers though. Don't get clipped by a nullifier. Or boop, there it goes. So yeah. Rhino's still in mostly the same position, but Revenant definitely got hurt with this update. But mostly, everyone that doesn't care for that kind of defense, doesn't look at abilities for defense, just looks at abilities for offense. So your direct damage ones, they're laughing. Your invisibility ones, they're chuckling. They're mostly handling. They are nervously looking around corners for the next energy leech Xmas. But aside from that, the invisible frames are handling the update fine. No, I haven't Vanzant. No. And then when it comes to weapons, like, I really do wonder, terms of the operator, how they managed to come up with the idea that the operator is going to do more damage to Xmas units, and then they gave him 50% more against Xmas. That to me is just left hand not knowing what the right hand's doing, is the way I want to put it. Yeah. Revenant isn't too bad if you just recast Mesmer Skin and use Rolling Guard. Usually enough to get through the Overguard or CC to kill them. Yeah, there is that. You can find ways around it. It certainly diminishes his ability because the entire point of the charges is that it's going to stun someone so the charges actually last an amount of time, rather than be careful you don't blink twice. XS you absolutely can. Come on in. It's just rough. Offensive approaches haven't been touched. Zoom and boom is the same meta it's always been. But defensive approaches, your crowd control, your tanks, those have definitely been hurt with this update. And Operator didn't get the approach it needed to deal with Xmas units. Overguard needs a 300% weakness to Operator attacks. It needs to be more than just a numbery weakness, because if Operator is supposed to deal with Overguard, I'll be switching into Operator mode, putting myself in a vulnerable position to deal with that specific enemy, then switching back to continue the fight against that and all the other enemies. That's not a small process. If you think of just how much is going on in this game, how much you have to consider a lot of the time. Certainly in the more objective heavy missions like the ones we've just been looking at, when you consider how much is going on, and the fact that there is a delay in Operator coming out and being fully active, and then a delay before you can get the Operator back in, there is a heck of a lot happening. And if you want me to, if D wants us to use our Operator to actually deal with that, we need to pop out, blap through it. I've got the top end amp, thank you very much. You know, 777. It should be doing the work. It's not like I'm asking for a motamp here to do all the job, although the motamp should still be good. We got 777, should be tearing through it by design, so we can get back on with doing the mission. And that's not what we got. That's not what we got, and I feel like that's missed the mark entirely. It doesn't look at the design we were sold of Operator is the answer, but gameplay is going to involve Operator and Warframe more. I don't see that. I really don't, chat. What's my favourite Warframe? Lavos. Absolutely, 100% Lavos. But it's not the one we're going to be using, because we got a request from Zom for a bit of Zaku gameplay. So we'll grab out Zaku. Where are they? There they are. We'll do a bit of Zaku. Let's switch this off now, Ramon. Let's switch this just to Madurai. It just makes more sense. Yeah, I haven't got a newbie account, as it were, to mess around with the game in a low-level sense. I might do that at some point. I might mess around, not necessarily with a low-level account, but just try and set up things in a low-level way and see how the game feels, with those Xmas in consideration as well. Or I might just at one point, you know, start up a second account and see about rerunning the game, as it were, see how it feels. Good way to test is Grendel Part Farm, see unmodded versus level 50s. I mean, I don't think that's a fair test, Quintus, because if a new player has an unmodded weapon, we should be telling them you're a moron. Stop taking an unmodded weapon against level 50s. You know? The Grendel missions are a very, very specific scenario. They're meant to be one hell of a challenge. So, I wouldn't say that's a good way to test. That's... I imagine it is terrifying when your Xmas show up. I haven't tried doing it myself. I've seen loads of people complaining on Reddit about it. But to say it's comparable to a new player's experience, no. It is an extreme scenario. And the thing with extremes is that it weakens the point. Because it doesn't give anything to really look at. I'm starting up an Exterminate because, honestly, Exterminate just... with the way things are, it's just a little bit easier to manage. Yeah. Would be cool if we could unlock access to the Operator Transcendence attack again. It would be. Why that's never been a thing again, I don't know.
Bastards have come aboard
I just don't know.
without permission. Mow them down without
We got the operator's first and second ability. Imagine that was just your third ability. You press 3, bzzz, any focus call. Bzzz. What's my favourite prime frame? Wukong Prime. Yeah. Let's start seeing some guns. Although there's not many enemies in this spot, so that was maybe not the smartest cast. There we go. Now we can pick up more guns. Or not, because apparently they're all dying again. There we are. Yeah, Zaku kind of shoots stuff. Why does it look like I've only got 4 guns? It says I've got 10, but it looks like I've got 4. When Lavos Prime comes around, we'll see if he's still my favourite frame then. We'll see. That was not the button I meant to press. That was the button I meant to press. I've got a bunch of placeholder orbs. I have, yeah. They're all just kind of bunched up together, which looks weird. Can you get Fenmore without being MR14? Don't think you can, no. Don't think you can. Because you need to be that MR to purchase the blueprint. You need that MR to buy it from players. Up. That was easy. Cast that. Ah, moment too soon on that first throw. Moment too soon. Back. Don't know if that reached. We're good. What? That was too soon again. Still too soon, and someone else killed it in between the next throws. We're all strong here. We're all strong. It's interesting to me that they added void damage as the thing that Zaku does, and I feel like Zaku has more exceptions where void damage doesn't do what you'd think it would do than does. That's another odd choice in my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty certain there are more instances where Zaku's void damage is, oh well, not actually that void, versus situations where it is actually that void. Because it doesn't allow you to damage the Eidolons. I don't know if it cycles Prophet Taker. I don't believe you can use it to deal with the Thraxes. You can't use it on the Void Angels Void phase because they go into a different dimension. You can't take Zaku there. I know it's more of a technicality, but it's still kind of, you know, dealing with Void, can't deal with Void. Does it even have a damage bonus against Eximus? It's an odd one to me. They wanted to introduce void damage into a frame, but also at the same time went, oh, but not like that. VXX 500? Cheers. Yeah, not the way I would have designed things. Does it strip sentient resistances? I think it does, Ed. I think it does. I'm fairly certain it must do. It's been a while since I've fought some sentients, let's be honest. The places you fight them are either no Warframes allowed or Railjack at the moment, I think. Yeah, it's Railjack. Oh wait, no, there are a couple on Lua, my bad. Yeah. But it's mostly that. I think it does. But it's been a while since I've last been there. Anyway, that was our Zaku run. Space Cadet, did you actually want me to do an overrun? I mean, you've done the picker frame, so I'm going to assume yes. We're doing an overrun at Space Cadet's request. Let's grab Nova. I can't spell. Nova. There we are. And whilst we're at it, might as well give that whole antimatter drop approach a further try. Why not? Why not? I have no idea what the rest of the modding is on this Nova. Actually, no, I think I know. It's going to be just speed portals, isn't it? If I open this up, it's just going to be range and the portal augment. Yep, there it is. No, no, that's efficiency and portal augment. Okay. Yeah, so I could just spam cast them. That's what it is. Why not? Unmodded. Sorry, unformed. Why not? Let's do it. Portals! Paracesis does no void damage at all, yet has void damage properties Zaku doesn't. Oof. Yeah. Oof. Oof. Did they ever explain why the Paracesis is anti-sentient without void magic? Because Ballast gave it to us. I mean, if we think about it now, if we think about what we know about Ballast and everything he's done and achieved, it's quite possible that Ballast just had a programmed hack into sentience to have extra control over them because of his position within them. And so maybe it just dealt more damage to them because he decided it should. He made the sentience suffer more damage from it to make us believe that that he was on our side. Because by the point that we got that from him, it was already he was already part of the sentient faction. So it wasn't actually void magic, it was painful to sentience because he designed the sentience to be weak to it, to make us believe what he was telling us. So yeah. That's my pet theory on that one for you. Completely off the cuff, with very little evidence behind it other than Balos is a dickhead, and so probably would do that kind of thing. I'm just waiting for everyone to get into the lift and then we can get going. Just a moment now. We got Quintus, we got Archer. We are waiting on Excess. There he is. Awesome. That's crazy, that boy. Down. Ready. Pop. Pop, pop. Okay, well, we'll never find out about that one. Zoom and boom. I'm just gonna do that. What much or little it does. Got it. I got a kill! In a Zoom and Boom squad, I got a kill with a single target weapon. My companion stole a kill. Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna portal. He got killed from the floor above. Oh my god. If anyone ever tries to tell you that DE were not happy with the AoE meta, that they've made any change to deal with the AoE meta, I can tell you for a fact that that is false. If you just take one look at the gameplay that is happening in front of you right now, you can see that DE absolutely did not decide they do not like the current meta. They created it. Do we know anything specific about the creation of sentience besides that they're made by the Orikins? They were made as servants to the Orikin to basically go and colonize a new system for the Orikin. They were supposed to be effectively just adaptive tools. They made them adaptive so that they could handle whatever they found there, because the Orikin didn't really know what they were going to find. It was just like, yo, super duper upgraded robots, go do the thing for us. But the super duper upgraded robots kind of went, we've evolved and adapted, and also we've seen what you guys get up to. You know, you've kind of wrecked the first system you guys are in, so we're going to kill you rather than give you all this space, because you're just going to ruin everything else you come across. We think you're shit. That's basically the sentient origin story. Basically just, bruh, we think you're shit. Can I get headshots on it whilst it's down like this? No, I cannot. That's a shame. There we are, stage down. You know, hey there, Fidiok. How you doing? Activate this. If I do that, Oh, never mind. The angel got taken out straight away. Like I said, I shouldn't be trying these abilities right now. We ain't gonna see shit from it. Ah. Yeah, smart farming equipment. Yes, you're right, and not that other thing I said. God, I missed that quill back there, so I'm gonna go get that. BRB. There we are. And it's actually faster for me to extract this way now. What's the way down? Oh, it's just down this stupid lift thing. There we are, I'm not that late. In fact, I'm not even the last one here. Go figure. Oh yeah, the Orokin were absolutely that daft. The Orokin were daft enough. I mean, this is the same Orokin that were like, you know what, let's turn people into glass, and then turn that glass people into computer programs. We'll call them Cephalons, and we'll give them a weave that they connect through. Yeah, this all makes sense. Also, you know how there's that infested thing? How about we turn that into a weapon? Oh shit, that went wrong. Okay, how about we turn it into a different kind of weapon? Oh shit, we can't control that either. Hey look, there's these kids that came out of a ship that got fucked up in the void. How about we take those kids and teach them to join in some way with the infested bioweapons that try to murder us? Because instead we'll hope that the kids can control them. The Orokin were absolutely batshit insane. Like, seriously. The Orokin were absolutely, utterly insane. I think the only thing that really explains just why they were so insane, like to this degree, is because they thought themselves immortal. They had the power of continuity. They could just never die in top levels of high Orokin society. When even death has been conquered by your very existence, when you have an entire star system under your control, when you can just terraform a planet or two on a whim, they just kind of lose sense of anything sensible and go, hey, we've got some enemies to deal with. Yeah, we may be in control of most of everything. Yeah, we may have this entire warrior cast of clones that can fight everything for us, but you know what we really need? Infested cyborg biosuit people controlled by void children, specifically ready to deal with the sentient farming equipment that now wants to also kill us. They put the moon in a void pocket? Actually, Space Cadet, to their credit, they didn't put the moon in a void pocket. Instead, one of their sentient farming tools that came back with a desire to kill us mimicked an Orokin that had died, and turned the Void Children with their biosuits against the Orokin, but in order to protect those Void Children, it was this offspring of sentient farming equipment that then put the moon into the Void. It wasn't just the Orokin. Even their farming equipment was batshit insane. But I suppose that makes sense, you know,
Why does it feel like we're moving?
like father, like son, I guess, is closest we can get to. Yeah. Explaining Warframe lore makes you sound batshit insane, but that's because it is. Let's face it now. Not to mention that I'm pretty sure that the Warframe lore has more holes in it than all the Swiss cheese in the world combined.
Void readings are normal.
So it's just all over the place. It really is just all over the place. And if you ever think that you may have found an inconsistency, please just find your way to the nearest window that has View of the Void, or something voidy, something like this. Find your way to the nearest voidy location. You peer into that. You grab in your mind that inconsistency, that contradiction. You peer into that void, and you say to yourself, one word. Eternalism. And with all that, everything that could possibly contradict anything is gone.
If
Or is it?
Archimedean
It both isn't and is at the same time. Of course it was coming, Cosmo. Of course it was coming, yeah. Yeah. Between lateralism and ballast being ballast, basically that is the sum total of every inconsistency you could ever need to worry about. Yeah. It's just it. There is a lot of interesting lore in Warframe. There is a heck of a lot of interesting lore in Warframe, but piecing it together is kind of like piecing together the various Doctor Who series and imagining that you're going to get a consistent, coherent approach at all times. You're not. Just not. So, once again, stare into some void, find some bit of it stretching through somewhere. Like, if you ask yourself, where is this light coming from? You know, there is a solid wall there and pipes. There is moss. There is no visible lamp. So where is this light coming from? The answer is eternalism. There you are. It's like I'm listening to Socrates speak about existence. Oh, mate. Don't even get me started on existence. Let's stick to the in-game stuff, shall we, guys? Let's stick to the stuff that we can at least halfway explain. Alright, we got a request here from Quintus, and my oh my, Quintus has requested something I'm not sure he has done in a very long time. Quintus has requested Avos. Alright. Avos, the guy with the paracyst? Paracesis, but yes. Tommy Tot, depending on how far through the game you are, you might have new ways of describing ballast soon. But yes, you are otherwise correct. Alright, let's go. In Ember Prime's Codex entry refers to Zariman as a military ship. However, whilst travelling in this update, it's clearly not. What if through the power of void there are two parallel universes? A Drifter came from that one. Dat Ball Boss? Eternalism, maybe. Maybe. Don't forget though, if I remember the Codex entry you're talking about correctly, if you have another look at that Ball Boss, it's called a military ship, and yet they have more to say about it in that Codex entry. In fact, you know what? You know what, guys? Remind me after this mission. We're going to do this mission first, because I want to do the mission. But after this mission, we're going to bring up that Codex entry, because that at least does have another insight into the Orican way of existing. So who are we waiting on this time? We got access here. We've got Quintus up there. We are waiting on Archer. Can I force start this? I can't force start it. Oh my god, the one time we can't force start. There we go. The stream end at 10 PM UK. That is the scheduled end, yes. So we'll be doing the plat giveaway before the stream ends. So when the plat giveaway happens, that's when you know we're wrapping up. But you don't go away at that time, because of course we always do the raid. Let's go! Let's go. Let's blap everything. I am part of Zoom and Boom now. Look at me, I am the Boom. I didn't even notice we switched over to Grenadier. I've just been zooming, booming. If you want to explain Warframe to someone new to the game, you just tell them it's magical space ninjas, and that in itself is tropey enough that they know everything else is just going to be mad at that point. At that point, everything else is just going to be absolutely bonkers. The job done. Magical space ninjas. And if they seem to have any faith that it might not be very mad, you ask them, do you want me to spoil something? Are you sure you want me to spoil just how bonkers this game is? And they'll probably say, yeah, go ahead, whatever, I probably won't play anyway. Because that's what people will be like. You say, okay, cool. Not much of a spoiler because you won't understand it, but a bit of sentient farming equipment put the moon in the void. And they'll just blink at you and be like, okay then. Sure. In that one sentence alone, you will give them all of the mental preparation they need to realize They're well out of their depth here. That health bar's a bit bugged. What? Ah, I should have stopped firing. Oh, I missed it. Got it. Got it. One more. No. No. Oops. I missed that entirely. Let's try that again. Oh, she's over there now. Haha, got him whilst flying, whilst they were doing the laser beam. Now that is something. Come on, wake up. Flat. What's the point of the alignment thing? Yes. That's the point of the alignment thing. Oh! And... flap! Oh, not quite. Oh, they died to someone else. It's fine. Let's go to the next zone. Yeah, in all seriousness, the point of the alignment thing, which was supposed to be a balance between rational and emotional or something like that, yeah, I didn't really get it. It was just a feature. Don't think about it too much. It was just a feature. Yeah. Fun fact, Kirby has killed multiple gods, apparently, and is also a reincarnation of a god. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know how it makes sense, but it actually just does. Yeah. Hey, this weapon goes through the door. Oh, I need to reload it. Up. Yeah, no issue there. I would demonstrate with the auto shots on this, but I have no charge. So never mind. What we need is a Kirby and Warframe crossover, and Law can get really mad. Grendel? Yeah? Like, yeah? Glaive doesn't cross either? Oh, yeah, you're right. What do you know? Supposedly, alignment influences the man in the wall appearances? Oh, go figure. Yeah, thank you, Quintus. Yeah, I remember. Will we have raid side teams again? No idea. They might do, they might not. They might say the technology isn't there. They might say the will isn't there. They might say, hey, yeah, here's this thing we were working on in silence. You really never know, do you, on that stuff. Actually, I should get the speed build. I feel like completing the mission has wasted more time than if I'd stayed at the Angel. Speed build? I'm not sure I follow, but in any case, Archer, Quintus, XS, thank you for joining in on those missions there. I'm going to head back to the Orbiter now, so yeah, it's going to kick you out from the squad. Yeah, we're going to go over to that now, Cosmo. We're going over to it now. Let's bring up that codex entry. The codex entry. Now, where do I... Is it literally codex? It's been a while since I've had a look at stuff. I'm not going to lie to you. Am I going here or somewhere else? I genuinely can't remember. In there. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Cool. So, what is... Frames of vehicles. The big one in front of me. Derp. Yep, I'm an idiot. It's right here. Alright, here we go. I'm going to give this to you in my voice, of course. 3 figures waited behind a simple table. Their attention on a single chair, bathed in light. An old woman's voice from the shadow. Send her in. Across the room, a security officer, stern and plain, opened the door. The outline of a young woman appeared at the door. She hesitated, only for an instant, then crossed the room and sat. There was a gasp as the light hit her face. Her right eye was bright and blinking, but her left was a greasy slit. Her skin had been burned moon white. Her mouth was a sagging gash without lips or expression. Her military beret was pulled snug over a scarred and hairless scalp. The old voice. "Your name is Kayleen?" Kayleen nodded. "You were the principal investigator of the Zariman?" Kayleen's voice was just jagged whisper, her rigid face. "Yes." Kayleen coughed, straightened. "The Zariman was lost making the fold from Saturn to the outer gates. Mechanical failure. I notified families and filed a report with the inspectors. Nothing ever returns from the fold, so I closed the case." "But you reopened the case, days later." "I didn't believe it myself until I stepped aboard the ship. It was completely intact, full environmental, as if it had never left." "And the crew was gone?" "Not exactly." Kaylin hesitated. "We thought it was empty, but we began to find children hiding in the ship." "And that is when you violated the procedure?" Kaylin bowed her head, a tear welling in her sightless eye. "They were children. They were afraid. They needed comfort." "So you broke quarantine, and this happened to you?" There was silence as Kaylin touched her face. "So what have you done with them?" The old woman gestured for the officer to take Kaylin away. The meeting was over. When Kaylin reached the door, she twisted out of his grip and shot back. "Why would you do that? Why would you put children on a military ship?" "We didn't. That would violate procedure." Military ship, hey? No children on it, they say. The Orokin have always had a lot to answer for. If the ship was already back, why was it gone again? Very good question, Datbor. Very good question. And you know what, Datbor? My answer for you. If you look just over there, you see over there, just to the right of the ship, you see that wispy bit right there. Look into that. Look into that bit right there. That nice wispy bit right there. Eternalism. There you go. Think Rhino Prime also has some lore? Sure, let's have a look at Rhino Prime 1. Let's have a look at that one. Let's bring up the brick. There we go. I've not read this one before now, so I'm going to skip on the voices on this one. I don't know which voices we need. Red lights flashing on stark white walls. Davis is running ahead of me, dropping his notes. We're running for our lives. The fear gives me a strange perspective. I'm out of my body. I've forgotten how I got here. I don't recognize this. Davis and I slam pinned against a cell door, and he shouts at me. I give him a dumb look. I can't hear him, the sirens, anything, only the muffled throb of terror in my head. I turn away from Davis, down the hall, and I see it. The hulking mass, flickering red, glinting like steel and fresh blood. Its skin changes, flowing like mercury when I'm blinded by the sudden muzzle flashes. They do no good. The beast surges forward, and the security men become crimson mist and gore. I'm a statue, a cornered animal. A gate opens inside me and recognition floods in. I have seen this monster before. I have cut its shell and eviscerated its brothers. I have given it pain and measured its response. I have crafted, then rejected countless like it. But I've never seen this beast so close, without the shield, without restraints. I have never seen it free. I know I will die, so I just watch with curious acceptance. The beast squats down, shoveling a heap of gore into its mouth. It is watching me with vague eyes, a sense of recognition, ancestral memory. It knows who I am and what I've done. It rears up like a bear and roars, shattering the lights and casting us into darkness. I can hear it lumbering toward me, its metal fingers rending the walls, but I know it's dead. I close my eyes and stand ready to. I feel the pull on my arm and realize Davis got the cell open. He tugs me into the cell beyond, and I fall on my back. I see Davis standing at the open door, waiting as the monster tears towards us. Suddenly I could live through this, so I shout, "Davis, close the goddamn door!" But he shakes his head. With eyes wide as moons, he shouts, "Watch!" over the roaring and rending of metal. Then silence. Davis is panting, laughing. The beast fills the doorway inches from him, dripping in blood, but still without violence. It stands there, looking at his hands. David whispers, "No one would have believed me." I crawl up to the wall. I crawl up the wall to stand opposite the door. I've never seen this cell. A cold place with an array of shelves. A morgue? Where are we, Davis? This is where they keep the ones from the Zariman. I'm thrown. What was the Zariman? The ship that never returned? Davis, what's going on? Davis turns to me, a smile forming. What's going on is... He turns back to the beast, now silent and calm. Big, fat promotions. Well, I'll be honest, that doesn't really give me a lot. Yeah. I'm not sure what you remembered from that one there, but that doesn't give me a lot. It's certainly evocative. Doesn't give me a lot. Nope. Nope. Like how you can see the planes of Delivery by the ship. Maybe, mannequin. Maybe. You just remember riding around one. Yeah, I think there should be one for a lot of them. Octavia's got, like, overall. Okay, there's going to be some for some of them. For a couple of them. Really? How many of these? I'm going to step through them one by one now. Come on. Proper entries. Come on. Really? Really? Wait, how many owned? Oh, 2 blueprints owned. I was going to say. Ember we looked at. Equinox? Nope. Excalibur, Umbra. Even Umbra? Really? Wow. Wow. Come on. Come on. Then like 4 or 5 proper entries. I'm going to find them. I mean, as much as you guys have already told me which ones to look at if there's only that many. I'm going to see if there's others on these primes. Probably not. Not even Loki Prime. No, Mag Prime. Here we go. Okay. Here's one. Warframe Archive. Debrief excerpt. We sat strapped in. Safety's off. Waiting for the punch. Waiting for death. Through my filthy portal, I saw stars among the outlines of the other splinter ships queuing for the solar rail. It would soon grip us with an incomprehensible power and cast us through the void into the mouth of our enemy. I watched the ships one by one bending, gone. Each crammed with zero-tech soldiers sucking stale air, white-knuckling their percussion rifles, each filled with a desperation that comes from extinction. Our ship would be the last to cross the gap. Our ship had special cargo. It was essentially empty. Just 10 men like me, strapped in with the best zero-tech suits and weapons the Empire could build. And it stood in the aisle, a slender and eyeless metal form, a Tenno inside its frame. Vaguely human, vaguely feminine. Was this armor or some ornate carapace for the monster that lived inside? I strained against the harness as the ship yawed for final approach. I could see the Tenno standing there freely, solemn and gold-gleaming, oblivious to the inertial force. It had been, until then, I had been, until then, a Tenno denier. They were ghosts, propaganda, twisted casualties of the Void era, not possibly real. Yet, here it was in the flesh. The Empire, in their desperation, was going to turn the demons loose and hope for the best. Who did we fear more? The enemy? Or this monster? We had our safeties off. Could we trust it? Then it didn't matter anymore. The punch came, and our windows became blinding. When we could see again, our ship was somewhere else, shattered and dead in an instant. My lungs were flattened, eyes full of death. Ship debris glittered like a night snow. The alien blue star was dark and blinding. The countless articulating worm ships of our enemy ringed in glowing discs, undulating and heat bursting the surviving soldiers like me. This is where I died. I was caught in Ardisk, sweeping over my right side and setting my blood on fire. My vision flattened, the hearing muffled a buzz. I could feel the side of my face going slack and wet. I was dying. I was in a dying dream. I saw a bright spot blurring and weaving toward me. I felt a tug toward it from the metal clasps on my suit. It reached me, rising up, a gleaming metal beast, a plume of golden wings rising and unfolded behind it. An angel. It snatched me from my death. I could feel my lungs fill as it wrapped me in its wings. Its void shield shimmered blue, strained under enemy beams. I felt a sudden tug of acceleration. I closed my eyes and held on like a child. I woke on the floor, the sting of crisping flesh on my face and side. It was standing over me, the wings gone. I heard the cracking of weapons echoing down the corridor. The mission would be saved, but I was dying, and so I waved my hand to send it away. I felt a pistol thrust in my hand as I was heaved to my feet. The angel had saved me, pulled me from hell, but it would not pity me. I was to die on my feet by its side. I turned my good side toward the gunfire, raised the gun. It nodded, its outstretched metal hand surging and pulsing in ancient shapes as blue shimmered around me. It turned, drawing its blade, and together we surged headlong into the hailstorm of death and fire. Did us. Now that is an interesting one. Yeah, as that boy, you're commenting there, the worm ships. There's a lot to it there. We got the Tenno alongside a bunch of soldiers jumping to their known death. We got a foreign star, worm ships. There's a whole lot going on here. There's a whole lot going on here. What alien blue star were they jumping to? Worm ships could be referring to the Korean ships. True. No, you're right there. Yeah, worm ships are enemy. Could be that. It could be ships of the Worm Queens. You're very right. It could be that as well. But at the same time, is it? Given the timing, this seems to infer an army of people with soldiers, but then zero tech as well. It's hard to say. It doesn't reference anything we can really connect to. Probably on offensive to Tau. Could be that too, yeah. I'll be honest, I don't recall there had been an offensive to Tau. Certainly not one that sent Warframes over, but apparently so, I guess. It's strange. Lots and lots of pieces of interesting and intricate lore that may be pieced together, or perhaps just appreciate them as they are and try not to think about it too hard. But now, chat, though, story time aside, I think that is where we're going to have to leave it. I think it's time for us to be doing a platinum giveaway. So if you've not yet done yourselves ! Ticket, make sure you do. Get yourself in with a chance to win it. ! Ticket. We'll be doing the draw in just a moment. I'm going to go sit for this. I'm going to go sit with the fluffs.
Disgusting, is it not?
Oh, shut up, Ordis.
Purging this.
Cleaning this room, but sadly,
There we are. We're just going to chill with the floofs for a bit. Chill with the floofs. You guys have got just a moment to get yourselves a ticket if you've not already done so. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, by the way. You can be on Xbox, you can be on PlayStation, you can be on Switch, you can be on PC. It's 75 platinum to any one person on it. So, alright, gonna give you just a few more seconds on that there, guys. So seeing we've got tickets in from Lubarb, Rick, we've got, Casual Gamer Toronto. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that's quite long enough. I think that's quite long enough. Let's go find the giveaway, and that is closed. Alright then, that means our winner today then, out of the 60 odd people who have entered, the winner today is Ace of Kestrels. Ace of Kestrels, congratulations, you are today's winner of the Platinum giveaway. I'll be contacting you here on Twitch in just a little moment after the end of the stream to get a hold of your Warframe username and your platform. We'll get that sent on over to you. Congratulations there, Ace of Kestrels. GG's. Final entry is the winner. Were they the very last one in? Were they the very last one in? Oh, they weren't quite the last one in. I don't think. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they were the very last one in. The other ones had actually been re-tickets. Yeah, you're very right. Wow. Why the Quackers facing the wall? All of these are. They're facing this wall. That's where all the Warframes got consumed. But there we are then. Ace of Kestrels, congratulations. And to everyone else on that, guys. To everyone else, thank you very much for joining in. I think it's time we go raid on over to another part of the Warframe community. We're going to go say hi to another part of the Warframe community. Who can we go say hi to today then? Who is streaming that we want to raid on over to? Let's see. If I open up my list of peeps. Okay, we're going to do something different today, chat. We're going to do something different today. Let me just double check on this real quickly. Let me just make sure this is going to be appropriate. So give me a sec whilst I get past the adverts. But I think I want to do something a little bit different here. Because I owe this person a favour. I'm not sure why I owe them a favour. I just probably do. So hold your butts 1 second. I'm just going to make sure I can get past the adverts. You know what Twitch is like with adverts. Yep. No getting around that. But we're going to be running over to not a Warframe channel. I'll let you know right now. We're not going to a Warframe channel today. Someone deserving of a little bit of attention, I think. Of how many people have an army flukes watching consumption? I mean, it's the obvious thing to do, right? So, yeah, guys, I'm going to get this set up now. I want you to be on your very best behaviour. I want you to, if you are sticking around, and that's entirely up to you, but if you are sticking around on this raid, I want you to show the absolute best love you can on this. Because they have absolutely no idea this is coming. And that's going to be amazing. I'm not going to give them any warning whatsoever. Let's head over to this streamer and show them everything that's great about this community, you guys. And I will see you on Friday for Not Among Us this time. Watch in Discord. I'll announce the game on Friday, what it's going to be on Friday. Catch you later. Bye.